ladies and gentlemen, everybody tuning in out there, we're here. It's that time again. It is another installment, another episode of Yanks Talk Ball. We're back in the building. We hope y'all been well, been enjoying the festivities, the football, everything that's been happening over the past couple of weeks. We're in the swing of things. It's really we're in that zone. We're in the mode, and it's time to talk about everything yet again. What's been happening over the past few days? Of course, got the squad with me. First, we'll start with the Phil Talks Ball. You know what I'm saying? What's happening, Phil?
What's happening? I just want to first say how funny I think it is when Trey leans forward to talk and you just see like the top of his afro. But I'm good, man. I'm loving life. I had an incredible Sunday. So far, pretty good Monday. I'm just excited to get into this, man. Let's cut the chase.
Word, I hear it. Speaking of cutting to chase, let's go straight to chase. How you feeling, dog?
As you can see, I've made amends back in the Chelsea kit after last week's small protest. We're back. 3 points. Raheem the Dream. Looking good. I can't wait to just slander all these bum teams that you guys support, just narrowly skidding by the. Oh man, I can't wait.
All it took was a shoddy performance against Luton, and he's back on top of the world. But you know, it is what it is.
Business trip.
Man. Speaking of on top of the world, probably feeling like it right now, or as usual. Adrian's in the building with us, man. What's going on, Adrian?
Yes, I do feel on top of the world. Like that song by Imagine Dragons. That's a really good song. I don't know. Shout out to FIFA 13 soundtrack. That was great times.
We just got copyrighted, by the way. So
I ain't
just for saying the name.
Really? Nah, that's good. Nah. He's bullshit. He's bullshit. But that was a go to soundtrack. I ain't gonna lie. FIFA 13 was fire. Bro. Oh man, that's fire. But yeah, and we gonna throw it to Gene last but certainly not least. What's going on, dog?
What's up, guys?
This
is
man,
all I'll show for now.
This man giving a strip tease. What the hell's going on here? What's happening?
Academy sports shirt, bro.
Hey, just make sure. That's why you should be watching the videos, not just listening to it.
Yeah. RIP audio only.
Soon I will pull it down, but we'll wait. We'll
You're
talk.
Gonna come with one less
right
piece of clothing every single episode. So
I just want to say pause on the last entire 30 seconds of what that was right there.
Completely not true.
Hey,
completely not true.
Adrian's just talking about things he wants to see. Come on, man.
Yeah, that's insane.
Nah, bro.
We'll do that through a paywall or something.
I was gonna say he was talking about
Patreon.
me coming on without my shirt at some point. So.
Now the Patreon rolling through soon. But speaking of things we do want to see, everybody here would love to see all y'all listening at home, all y'all tuning into the video broadcast, audio broadcast, wherever you find it. Make sure you go on all audio podcast platforms and rate this 5 stars. Go rate this 5 stars. Go to Spotify for podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Stitcher Radio, Google Podcast, Pocket Cast, what's it called? iHeartRadio. We're available everywhere, every fucking where. We are there. So make sure you go check it out. Rate us 5 stars. Also available on YouTube, all socials as well, from Twitter to Instagram to TikTok, everywhere at Yanks Talk Ball for the latest great shorts, great segments. You know what I'm saying? Just more of us. So make sure you tap in and show some love to us so we can get our names more out there. We appreciate it. But let's start real quick with something non-Premier League. This week, there's just been a lot of football has been about, and of course the Women's World Cup has come to a close with Spain winning at the end. You know what I'm saying, over England, and it was interesting seeing because the win wasn't as celebrated, wasn't in the eye as much as the controversy that followed the win for Spain. And as you know, the president of the Spanish FA, his last name I'm about to say Rubiales, he ended up just planting a kiss on one of the players out of nowhere, and then this spawned this whole like debacle of they don't want to leave the FA, bro. Like a straight up like an unconsented lip kiss or whatever, like it was insane. And they're asking the president to step down, like, yo, what's going on? He needs to get a case going on. The player said, yo, this is not consensual, and then the Spanish FA are defending this guy, and then the guy's mother's going on hunger strikes and all this other stuff. What did y'all make of just the craziness of the reaction to this clearly like what's going on in the brain moment? Like, what's good?
It's insane, man. I'm laughing because of how ridiculous all of it is. Like, first he took away everything that Spain team did to win the World Cup. He like literally threw it away just with this one thing, and then he's throwing it. He's like double throwing it away by not like trying to accept responsibility. Say, I fucked up. Yo, I need to step down because what I did is not acceptable. Like, he's like,
I don't understand how you can call that like a fuck up. Like, I don't know what's like mentally like Like what kind of screws loose? I mean, I think it almost takes away from the whole World Cup. Like it was a good World Cup, besides the fact that you had to wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning to watch the games from our perspective. But like in general, like when I did watch, like the quality, especially of the Spain team, Australia. I mean, United States was nowhere near the top of the quality of these teams. So it's like it's a shame that all of that gets kind of put on the back burner for some kind of or not kind of some creep to do that. So I mean, I think that's a shame. So hopefully, what his mom's like not eating to stand.
Like locked herself in a church, right? Or something like that?
Yeah, and she just
Hopefully she stays there.
It's like
stay there for a while.
Oh,
She needs to stay there to pray, bro.
Honestly,
there's something nuts going on in Spain, man. Like I don't even know what to say about this whole situation. It is like Gene said, it is just so ridiculous. Like that meme where it's the guy pointing at the mirror and he's like, "Go in there and make this about yourself." That's what this Rubiales did, man. Like he had no right inserting himself into this story. Like what an amazing achievement by the women's team. And then like I can't even fathom like putting myself in the headspace to pull a stunt like that. Like it's just so unbelievable. Like on the global stage in front of the whole world.
Nothing.
Like he was like, I don't know if it's the same as the men's, and like you have a lot of politicians there too, but it's just like everyone is watching you, and it's just like it's one thing to make that crazy decision in the moment, and then like the type of person to do that, I wouldn't really expect them to come out and own up and apologize. But I just cannot believe the fact that the FA hasn't just been this guy off. Like, what are they holding on to? Like, does he have, like what kind of power does he hold in the FA? Right, or is he just like that, like big of a personality that they just like, I don't know, they don't want to lose him for some reason. Like you're seeing all these people come out and speak against him, like you had like Sergio Roberto, you had Iker Casillas, you had Megan Rapinoe, Alex Morgan, just everyone coming together just to.
Yeah, not even just from the from the women's game, for the men's game as well. We had Iniesta came out, the own Spain women's coach came out, Chouameni, like the whole team of Cadiz came out, like
as they should. It's like
in droves.
The whole world is unequivocally, vying for this guy to lose his position. And like I even saw some like Spanish prosecutors are like investigating this like assault.
They were asking if she wanted to press charges.
Right, which they should. So I just don't understand with all this pressure, like what the Spanish FA is holding out for and letting him go.
There's just no context you could add to this other than if they were dated for whatever. That's obviously not the case. You know what I'm saying? Like this guy just pulls it off like.
Even still, man. Even if there's
what's in his head? Like what's in his head?
He's a madman.
Nothing.
Bro.
He needs to get out of here.
Yeah, and it's just disgusting that the fact that so many people around the Spanish FA are willing to literally pull out of UEFA competition and do all this stuff and literally upend the entirety of Spanish football to just protect. Like that's crazy. Nah, pride coming before the fall, for real. That's insane, bro. I'm like, I ain't gonna lie.
And it feels so bad for Jenny Hermoso too. Like her moment, like maybe the greatest, if not one of the greatest moments of her life. Just overshadowed by this clown.
Dashed, you know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying. And it just make it worse with all of this drama afterwards. Just take that guy out, man. Simple.
Yeah.
There was a wrong that was done. Corrected.
Just make an example out of him. Get him out. That's it.
Crazy, bro.
And incarcerated for something, because you can't just do that.
I'm about to say,
just grab someone and kiss them without consent. You can't do it.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's something.
I'm about to counter protest and eat a sandwich in front of Brody's mom, bro. I'm about to really get it on. Stop playing with me, man. Justice, for real. Stop playing on some real shit.
I mean, and with a mom like that, it's not too unsurprising where he gets his entitlement from. Like, seems like the type of home experience where he could do no wrong. And
how old is his mom? How can she keep up this hunger strike for real? Because this guy is obviously not.
I don't know.
You know what I'm saying?
She gonna be old enough to know what this pub sub look like when I eat in front of her. You know what I'm saying? Extra chicken tender in there.
Insane,
you know what I mean? Like,
I hope the father is whenever they're splitting that bread and that wine, and I hope she's there. Just watching.
Also real, bro. But yeah, let's get off that. We know we stand on that, bro. Shout out to Jenny Hermoso, man. Love and strength to her. But let's get into, you know what I'm saying, what we saw from last week, some of the predictions that we had based on the Prem. You know what I'm saying? Gene, take it away, man.
Let's just get the stinker off the room. Just guy that was on his high horse because he was making the easiest predictions of all time. Come on.
He made an overcorrection.
Shanko, please say what you said. A brace in the Spurs game. It's not from James Madison, not from R9. Name the person who you predicted that was going to score the brace.
So I'm just very. I went to bed last night fully expecting to wake up this morning to one of those charts on the Yanks Talk Ball Instagram with some godforsaken picture in my place with 0 stars next to it for my prediction for Dominic Solanke to score a brace and Bournemouth to beat Tottenham by more than 1 goal. I just felt the energy, bro. Because so if you guys care for my rationale, in the two matches before that one, Tottenham had gotten decent results, right? Away at Brentford and at home against United. But I'm pretty sure they had lost the XG in both of them. They kind of frauded their way to a clean sheet against United.
Yeah.
And I thought Bournemouth had something about them that they looked dangerous at Anfield when they played Liverpool. So my mind was thinking, back at home, with that same energy, Areola with his high press that he's implementing, Solanke can get at the back line and whip something up. It didn't happen. There was logic behind the madness. It just, pretty stinky.
It happened.
He only touched the ball 22 times in 90 minutes, by the way. So
he made an overcorrection. He went completely crazy.
Don't worry, you won't see many of those from this season. Don't worry.
Hey man,
I was next. Probably it's gonna be maybe 4th, maybe 3rd, depending on what we think. But I said Rashford hat trick against Forest. Listen, the goals didn't come in, but it was a hat trick of participation, man.
Yeah, he won a
participation points right here.
He assisted, he got a pen, and he did the pre-assist to the goal. So that
was a great pre-assist, by the way. I'll give him that.
No, that's what I'm saying. Him at left.
I know when Bruno played the free kick to Rashford, you were cursing on the TV. I know you were swearing a storm, bro. The way that was expertly done.
No, that was beautiful. I know now we have confirmed that Ten Hag does listen to the pod. I begged him last week to put Rashford at left wing, and look what happened. What a comeback at the.
Can you guys just please play the Holland light guy already, so we don't have to watch Martial run around out there? God damn.
Hey, he had the link up plays. Come on, man. We'll get into the match, but he played very well. Let's go to this guy that he had terrible stinkers, and we thought it was another one incoming. We thought he put another stinker up, but somehow he got saved. Trey, come on.
Listen.
Tell us your prediction and the thought behind it.
I think you should talk about how you avoided going. It's not going 007, is it?
No, not yet. We're still a few games.
It was not a double O this week. Yeah, it wasn't an L this week.
No.
Definitely not.
I was stalemates. I ain't gonna lie. Listen, I said Taiwo, I would need brace, and I wanted that to fuel Brentford for the win. And not Brentford, Nottingham Forest. I thought. Again, 4 minutes in, we was looking pretty. We was looking real pretty, man.
Man, he woke up. He saw second minute goal. He was like, I got these guys.
Bro, I went to the bathroom and came back, and I'm like, what's going on? I say, yo, we might be cooking. But oh man, the spirit of, you know what I'm saying, Fergie's still
wild in that bathroom.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. I saw the first goal went into Emirates, so I just used the bathroom, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I was taking a sabbatical, but that's a whole nother story for another time in a couple of minutes. But I was there. I was there, bro. But
you might get number one.
Yeah, Force didn't come through for me, but it was close. We're on the board though with some decent stuff.
It was definitely a good shout, better than some other person this week. But we'll go to the other two that had to copy each other to. And listen, before we get into it, they're getting a lot of crap on the internet about it. We'll shout out the guy that made a crazy comment on our Instagram about
I was on heroin.
Oh, the one that we were on heroin, right?
I mean, he wasn't wrong, but
I heard a bit to bleep that for YouTube. But the guy said I was on heroin because I predicted Fulham to beat Arsenal, and it wasn't too far off. I mean, Arsenal was trying their best to.
And you said a 2-1 victory too. You said a 2-1 victory, and so did.
Sorry to interrupt. So you know how when you take a math exam, you have to show your work even if it's a multiple choice, right? So you two clowns somehow almost got this correct, but I need to hear the logic. What was behind this Fulham?
It's the feeling, man. It's the feeling.
The logic is that did you watch that bum ass team play? They don't know what they're doing. I mean, Havertz is running around. He doesn't know what Havertz thinks he's a center back. I think Havertz, honestly, if you really break it down, with his height, his running ability, he may be a better center back than he is striker, attacking mid, 8, whatever. But this bum team, I just can't. I don't know if I can watch them anymore. Like, and Fulham hasn't been. I mean, they've been bad, but they haven't been horrible. So I feel like it was a good spot.
Fulham lost
And
their
Arsenal-
last game before that 3-0 at home.
Yeah, they've been bad, but
Yeah.
Arsenal loves this kind of stuff, man. Everyone's saying, "Oh, this is the year Arsenal competes," but this is the difference between like, and Gene's gonna say I suck off City, glazing City, whatever. But that's the difference.
He agrees. He
That's the
agrees.
difference between a top team that's going to ultimately win it and Arsenal is that City found a way, even when they screwed up, even when it looked like they were going to drop points, they found out a way to figure it out. Arsenal decides we're going to go up a man, or Fulham's going to go down a man, and then we're still going to concede off a set piece to drop points. That right now it doesn't seem like that big of a deal, but come January,
big deal.
February, I mean,
Yeah,
it's a
for
big
sure.
deal. So.
No, I agree with that part. I just
I just-
wanted to know what came into the.
I just
prediction
It's
effort.
Yeah.
funny because I don't
Hey,
think that they know what they're doing.
Hey,
No,
hey,
before-
mine was
Trey-
I want to
straight
hear
out
Adrian. I
of
want to hear
like,
Adrian.
Yeah,
mine was
yeah.
just straight out of what I wanted to happen.
just
I
vibe.
knew it.
And,
I knew it.
Yeah, no, I'll admit it.
Of
I
course.
wanted it to happen. I wanted Willian to score, but I wasn't
Willian
for.
didn't
You know
even
why?
play.
Because Andres Pereira scored, and
That's fair.
he is a Brazilian winger / cam, kind of like Willian. So
That man kinda
I
don't
guess
play
I was
though. He
right
played
that a
with gut.
Brazilian.
You predicted Raul Jimenez,
attacker.
bro. Not
No,
William.
no,
Yeah.
that was the first one. Then
Oh,
I
man,
switched it
big
to
one.
Willian.
Nah, someone
Yeah,
supposed to.
nah,
we
we
can
got-
Go back,
we got-
go back.
yeah,
I
we
go to
got-
Yanks
we
Talk
got-
Ball.
I
Go to
switched
the
it
Yanks
to
Talk
Willian.
Ball Instagram
I
reels. It's
switched
right
it to
there
Willian.
in 1080p.
And
Anyway,
since we
two
should get into
Portuguese
this
speaking
game right now.
players scored against Arsenal at the Emirates.
Yeah, let's just talk about the game. I know Trey's gonna say 2 minutes.
Before we get into the
Let him
game,
cook.
we need to do something. Here. I need to hear some predictions.
So okay, so
Sunday.
I see blue on the collar.
Yes.
So
Oh, the
let's
shirt.
think. Damn, what could it be? My first instinct was Academy Sports and Outdoors.
How could he have gotten that shirt?
I think it's a Juan Mata jersey from Chelsea's Europa League winning side.
That's
But what's so
insane.
significant? It has to be something. It's like some kind of callback to
Is
something.
it a
you know?
Chelsea shirt?
I'm drawing a blank.
No.
He doesn't own a Chelsea.
Okay,
shirt.
hint. Is it a soccer team, like a home team?
No.
Okay.
No.
Damn.
It could
Would
be.
we
in the
guess
future.
it? Like,
I
could
don't
we
know.
guess this, or is it just like
Listen,
really out
I'm
there?
gonna. Give me 1 second. I'll be right back.
This
But
was
better
listen,
be
as
exciting.
soon as you guys see it,
Alright.
you guys are like, "Damn, how the fuck did we not
Alright.
guess this?"
That's
You know what
fair.
I'm saying?
That's
Damn,
fair.
you know how excited I am to see this? Like, I'm genuinely. Like,
I don't know
feel
what
like
the
a
hell
little
he
kid, bro.
going. This man. This yeah. I
Oh,
think he's gonna.
he's tripping. Oh,
I thought he was gonna come out pantsless, bro.
Oh, shit.
No way. No
let's
way.
go.
Wow. Wow.
Come on,
Yes,
man.
sir.
$5.99 on Instagram right now.
Hey, everybody
Come
clap.
on, man.
Everybody clap
Incredible.
it up. Everybody clap
That's
it up,
tough.
man.
Incredible.
That's
Everybody
some
clap it up, man.
dedication.
Come
We
on,
need
man.
that. We need that, man.
Wow.
I told you, as soon as I pull it out, you guys are like, "Damn, how did I
It's
not
beautiful.
even-"
Nah, I was
Yes,
never
sir.
gonna guess it. Not in a million years.
Yes, sir,
Come
bro.
on, man.
Come on, the official merch,
Slash.
bro. Yo, bro.
You
We
need
need
my
to,
address?
So,
wait, link
for
coming
audio
soon.
only, for audio only listeners, Gene just took off his Brazil jacket to reveal an officially licensed Yanks Talk Ball tee.
Facts.
First one ever.
First in history. First
First
in history,
one
man.
ever.
Hey, man. Long may it
Wow, and
continue,
it looks
man.
beautiful.
Hey, man.
Whoa, beautiful tee.
$69.99, man. It's prime materials, man. Yeah, no, I'm playing. Chill. Don't worry.
Yeah, that's
Hey, this is
nice turnaround, though. You
ethical
did that
labor.
quick.
Ethical labor, Trey. We pay our workers right, you know.
No, you're right, man. But that's crazy though. Shout out to G, bro. That's a W, bro. You might be player of the
Big
week for that. You might be player of the week for that. I ain't gonna lie. We're gonna put you up there. But yeah,
Honorable mention.
that was the predictions. And we can just get straight into the game then and just talk about Arsenal versus Fulham first.
Yeah, Trey, I know you want to start talking.
The first thing I do want to say
He's
is
going to say, give me 30 seconds.
No.
15 minutes later.
The first thing I do want to say is, I feel like Chase is coming, you know what I'm saying, coming at me, you know what I'm saying, coming at Arsenal with some real fire this week because, you know, they got a Mickey win versus Luton Town, and Caicedo gave me his boot before he got anything from Caicedo. So I understand why he a little bit jealous, you know what I'm saying? I got some match point stuff from Caicedo and you didn't. It's cool. I'll send it to you. That's fine. It's all right. But to speak about this game, I'll be very brief. It's not saying coming from a Chelsea fan calling us a bum team is very wild to me. I will say this.
Yo, that's crazy.
At first, I overreacted. At first, I'm like, okay, I don't understand what I'm seeing. I don't understand what's going on. But I calmed it down, took 2 steps back, you know what I'm saying? Just looked at everybody's perspectives and stuff on the timeline and understand it was just the same mistakes that haunt us, which I am not as worried about. I don't think it was the formation. I don't think it was the structure, all that. Because if you look at the game, I feel like we were on top most of the game. We just let a couple of defensive mistakes and the concentration, and we weren't clinical enough in the box. Ruthlessness and concentration on both ends. It's the same mistake. Now, on one end, that doesn't necessarily concern me because even with all the changes, even with Havertz being at 8, we are still dominating certain large spells of play. That's fine. I'm cool with that. You know what I'm saying? And we're going to get more dominant as time goes on in those respects. So I'm not necessarily mad at how the team lined up in certain moments. It's just the little mistakes, and we can go back and forth. I'll come back to it later, but again, Saka did not have a good game. Saka was poor. Saka gave away that goal. He was the biggest part of the first goal we conceded. You know what I'm saying? Martinelli wasn't great. There's just lapses of concentration that first few minutes at the Emirates. I don't understand what happens. Like the North London forever starts playing in people's ears, and we just get like the what's it called? What's that one movie when a dude hears the music play or something like that? He's in the church going crazy. Kingsman. When that song just starts playing, like we just flip into a different mind state and we just lose concentration. It's wild, but it's just lack of concentration in both boxes. Everything else I think it was good to me. But go ahead.
Question, just matter of fact, are you guys better than you were last season?
Right now?
Yes.
I think yes. And can I give a brief explanation of why?
Brief.
Yes.
All right.
Even with us learning new ways to play with unpredictability,
why did he put his hands up? Sorry to interrupt you. He just.
Hey, no, I'm animated, bro. I'm animated, bro.
Hey, what's going on?
He's under assault, bro.
What's going on here? He's already
getting attacked.
Relax, brother. Relax.
Not looking
his
good.
excuses
Chill,
ready.
brother. Hold on.
But his default posture is this, man.
Nah, cause the camera can't see my hand gestures, cause my hands are usually down here. I gotta let the camera see it.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, please make sure your hands are seen at all time. You can't,
that's crazy. Yeah,
movements.
that's
Yeah,
crazy. People
please.
taking off clothes in this podcast too, and you get your hands off camera. I don't know what people be doing. That's insane. But I will say this. We've been, again, people pulled up the stats from us versus Fulham last year and this season. We were more dominant in this game, and I feel like we have more ways to hurt teams. We break down low blocks way more seamlessly than we have before. I think that progression has stayed still. I think so, but it's just we haven't been.
Off of?
From what I've been seeing as progression from beginning of last season to this season, we were assaulting Fulham. Fulham, but we just didn't have we just weren't clinical enough to put everything away.
Brighton do the same thing to every team, but if you can't get the win, it doesn't make you better than you were last
That's true.
season,
And then listen, and I get it. This is a results-based business, but the performances and I can't even say potential performances. What I've been seeing in everything outside of the boxes has shown me that we are a better team than we are before. And we're just learning how to be even more dangerous than we were last season.
So you think the Havertz experiment is working so far?
And it's not even necessarily a Havertz experiment as much as we're just trying to find another way. Again, it's the unpredictability to play without Zinchenko. Once Zinchenko comes back in, I feel like we'll be even more comfortable. At this moment in time, I have worries about Havertz being in that position because of the left-hand side being a little bit like wonky. It's not as connected as I saw. When Zinchenko came in in the second half, when Zinchenko came in and stuff like that, it was damn near back to normal. When Rice was on that left-hand side, it was there. So I don't understand fully what the dynamic is with him, him positionally wise or whatever, but I'm not worried. I think the Havertz role, whatever he's defined as, it will come good. It's just him learning or unlearning the PTSD of being at Chelsea and understanding.
Yeah, winning Champions League really messes with your head. And scoring winning goals. And
also being 12th in the league might hurt. I mean, I know what I'm saying that could hurt as well.
Do you not think that Arsenal's just trying, and we talked about this last week, trying too hard to be too complex? I don't think it's as difficult as they're trying. Like, I think Arteta wants to be some kind of, and he may be some kind of genius and tactical, Pep, regen, whatever it may be. But I think with what the players that you guys have, I think that the system that's in place, or the personnel that's available to you, it shouldn't have to be as difficult as it is. I don't think that, and I get it, you just bought Havertz for what, 60 million? Thank you very much for that, by the way. Gene, I'd like to thank you for
You spent 120 something mil on Lukaku. We do not.
I'd like to thank you for Mason Mount for he's getting DNPs against Nottingham Forest. But again, besides that, I think that it's just too complex at times. Like, why not play a 4-3-3 and just beat these teams that you should beat and compete though? And that's what you guys did last year. It wasn't all this.
But I agree. Why
shit?
But go ahead.
Why
Gene.
why fix something that's not broken, bro?
Nah.
That's what everyone doesn't want to like. At the end of the day, like, it's crazy. Like, you guys, the way you guys were competing, and then just to do whatever is doing, man. It's like, what's next? Zinchenko center forward? Like, come on, just play the game.
I don't think even more than the Havertz thing. I don't think the Partey thing is the right thing to do. Is that just a filler until Zinchenko comes back, so then he ultimately plays that role on the other side
Why
of the field?
Why is Gabriel on the bench? And you have
he's leaving.
I don't
He's
get
have
it.
to be leaving or something.
He's not leaving. I think most of this is purely down to the absence of Zinchenko, because I feel like that many people have already said before me, but I'm just reiterating this. Zinchenko and Gabriel, I feel like they're very much interlinked, and when you see one, you'll probably see the next person, because again, he goes up, Zinchenko goes up and does his thing and inverts, and Gabriel's really good on that left hand side. So I feel like they're interchangeable. Or not interchangeable, interlinked in that certain way. And so Gabriel not playing is just the result of trying to be tactical and changing dynamics for Partey to invert on the right hand side. We're trying to achieve more of the same thing from different areas. And I understand y'all point. And to me, to some degree, my gut instinct is like, yo, let's just go back to what we was doing. Let's just try and go back to that. Even without Zinchenko, let's just try and make something happen. But people were figuring us out. Yeah, people were figuring us out at the end of that point. And I'm not saying it doesn't work, even if, what I'm saying, teams should be like, oh, okay, cool, you figured us out, try and stop us still. But having the option to be more versatile, having the option to exercise another pathway into the box and to dominate games and win games in this league, it could be the difference. It could be a difference maker. And again,
not when you're dropping points like this.
It wasn't a difference maker,
but it can't come at the cost of too much points. But it wasn't down to the system. It was down to concentration. A system does not make that back pass. When a system does not randomly run into midfield and leave this giant ass gap behind somebody, the system doesn't miss all those chances when they're right in front of them. That's down to the players on the pitch being more clinical, being more ruthless, focusing when it's time to focus. I think it's just the remnants of I don't think it's a bozo gene, but for lack of a better term, we're gonna call it the bozo gene, and just not being ruthless enough. What you said before about City, I still agree with. That's the difference between us right now. It's mentality. In those moments where we draw a level or whatever, we concede a goal to go level in the 86th minute. Who's gonna be that person to shore it up, to be sound defensively and be clinical offensively, to make things happen, to get the 3 points? And that's the gap. That's the focus. That's the concentration. That's the mentality gap. When it comes to system, I think people are misdirected by that to a certain extent. I feel like it's easy to point at it because it's the most blaring thing. Because Havertz in the 8, Partey's in the right in midfield, but and then the mistakes are just like the mistakes they make in both boxes are right there. But sometimes people just say, "Oh, the system isn't working. Arteta fucked up." I don't think it's that.
I think Havertz is being used, as much as I joke about him, obviously as an ex-Chelsea player. I think he is being used as a scapegoat for a lot of this. I mean, obviously he's not good. He's not performing in that role, but like, it is difficult to play striker for the last 3 years and then be asked to play as an 8. I'm not saying
to
that's
learn something new. He has to relearn everything he tried to learn.
They gave him a chance to play striker.
I just think it's funny that it's basically, I mean, Arsenal fans are like losing their fucking minds, like fighting like divorced couples, talking about like what.
And this is, and the timeline been in meltdown for me as an Arsenal fan, and it pisses me off because I'm like, bro, y'all are living up to the name of the most reactionary fan base of all time. Like, bro, like, chill out. And this is the thing that kills me, bro. This is the thing that kills me. In this game, in this Fulham game, Fabio Vieira, who people slated for a solid year and change. Bro, they slated him all last season. Like, oh, what do we buy him for? What do we buy him for? Da 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 da. Blah blah blah. He got no minutes. From last season, the people who are rational people understood how good he was and how good he can be. It was like, yo, give him time. He literally had no preseason. He's barely getting any minutes because of the rotation, how good we're playing. We're just keeping it simple. he has to find more time. And look what happens after a full preseason, more time on the ball, and he gets it. Comes in and he shows what he can do. Like final third demon. That's what he is. That's what he can do.
So smooth on the ball, bro. He looked like, I mean, I've obviously you see those top players like, and he's not a top player, but like just the way that he looked on the ball. Like I was like a couple of times I was double checking to see who it was. Who was
comfy,
actually,
man.
It was. I mean, even him. I think him in that advanced 8 role, and maybe that's something that I think eventually Arteta, whether or not it's long term, will have to make a change just to kind of send a message and please someone. Yeah. But I think him and Odegaard in front of Rice, I don't think the Rice thing has worked badly. I think you're holding mid 95% of the time. If you don't know he's on the field, it's probably a positive. Yeah. He's not screwing up. He's doing what he's supposed to do. Right. Obviously, Rodri is
the prime example of that. Yeah.
Most of the time, you don't know Rodri's out there until he turns up with the goal. But I mean,
wait, Trey, do you not feel like Arsenal is a better team or would be a better team with Ben White back at right back, Gabriel Saliba, and then a midfield of Rice, Partey, and Odegaard?
I would say for the big games, yes. For everything else, it is contextual. I think
it costs you guys points at home against a team that is poor.
And that's true. But it's only the third game of the season, so I can't say it's continually a detriment. In this one instance so far, yes,
the first game, it's not just the one game mess up. Your first game, the same thing could have happened against Forest. You just lucky you didn't.
And again, the same mistakes have been haunting us since last season. Conceding a goal within the first 5 minutes at the Emirates has happened twice now in the last 2 home games, three home games in a row. The last 3 home games we can see in the first minute.
It happened 4 times in the last 9 games.
That's last season.
Even the Crystal Palace game was shaky too. I mean, Arsenal have not had a game.
But again, but not from the sense of the system. It's from the sense of focus and individual concentration and ruthlessness in both boxes. I think that's what Arteta's been harping on this entire past week, and I think that's where the problem lies. It's just fine-tuning it to be more ruthless and take the chances, because we had a bag full. We had Saka's header, we had shots all over the park, we had we were dominating the proceedings. We just couldn't put things to bed. If we didn't make a mistake, if we didn't have a bozo moment at the first minute of the game, it would be a similar situation in City. It would be a similar situation in City's game, because they didn't make a mistake, but they were still in and out of the game between between them and what's it called, Sheffield. You know what I'm saying?
That's the difference, man. They don't have Pep, they don't have KDB, and they still get the points that they need. But they're still
and again, it's not about any system or any star. It's about the level of and again, you're right. I agree. I'm agreeing with you, and I think that's just the key.
I wish it wasn't the case, but look, these guys conceded. We all thought that show was going to be a tie, and then boom, 2 seconds later, they pull a freaking goal from their butt.
Yeah, and it's coming for the gut, because you know how they
stay. And they've done it how long? They've been doing that for. Listen, whenever Liverpool were the last game of the season, they were losing, 2-0 or something, 1-0. Everyone's like, "Oh, it could happen. It could happen." Then in 2 seconds, they just do. They do what they need to get done, And that's what other teams don't.
Finds wins out of the gap. Nothing.
And that's the gap between City and everybody else in the Prem right now.
Same thing they last year against Newcastle, one of the first games of the season. Same thing. I think it was a close game. It was 2-2. I don't know. Something happened.
They were down. They were down. I think they drew, but they scored.
That one was 3-3. Right,
yeah. But it was they were down 3-1 or something. So I know they were down.
Yeah,
that
I
game,
think so.
And then somehow they just
they pulled it back. Yeah.
Is your prediction for Arsenal to win the league changed at all? I know it's early, but I spent a long time talking about the gap between City and everyone else.
And I still believe in us, man. I still believe in us. For some wild, odd reason, I feel like even though we had again a stumble against Fulham, I think we're still trending in the right direction. It's just the fine tweaks to be more clinical and cut out those mistakes. It's not a structural, it's not a systemic problem in terms of how we build up or whatever this position or whatever 4-2-3, 2-2-3, whatever combination numbers you want to put in your damn safe to keep your shit, okay at night. It's not all that. It is, can we do what we need to do what we must to put teams away, put them to the sword? And I feel like it's growing. It's
United's a must-win game, right?
I think we have to put that right. Before the international break as well. if Fulham wasn't the opportunity to make that statement,
But that's just
United
crazy that
has
you're
to
now
be
in the 4th week of the season against
in a must-win
Manchester
game. You know what I'm
United.
saying?
Like Manchester
yeah.
United is now a must-win. Like the pressure that you've
Bro,
like
it's
you put on yourselves now.
Yep.
Well,
It's
actually,
the-
the pressure I
and
think
from
that City
the
has
fans.
put on
It's the
everyone else.
yeah,
I think-
it's-
City and
it's the
Arsenal's own
standard.
fans too that are.
but it's also
expecting
City's
them
fault. Like if this was a normal like
this would have been
if
fine
the
if it was
anomaly
without-
like City
yeah.
didn't exist. Yeah, you could have like 2 points after your first 4 games
Yeah,
and still
we would have been
you know,
chilling, but
The margin of
Everything
error is
counts.
just so slim.
Exactly.
Which is why I think that Liverpool result. I don't know if we want to get straight to that or
Yeah, go
switch to a
ahead.
different
Right.
before, but
we should have started with that match to be honest.
man, that felt like a start of the DVD type vibes, like championship DVD, like. And man, I was clowning the hell out of every single player on that Liverpool team, and for them to, and especially against Newcastle, who we have us and everyone else pretty much in the soccer or football, whatever you want to call
Gene
it,
was
space,
riding Newcastle.
has sucked Newcastle off from
All
that
of us.
first game.
Chill.
And me, yes,
You're the
I'm
one
more-
saying only City and Newcastle are the only serious
Yeah,
teams and
but
all that.
They were. That
for,
changed this
for
week.
Liverpool to figure that out and do that is, I mean, fair play, like biggest compliments to them. But like I said, that's kind of the vibe, like DVD starting vibes, as long as their best player doesn't get bought by Saudi Arabia in the next 2 weeks.
Listen, The only reason I'm
Besides
not gonna go with that is, yes, Liverpool. What they did is, I wish United could pull a game off like that, like completely. I mean, we kind of did, but not against a Newcastle type team. But we gotta call Newcastle out, man, because hey,
That's 2 weeks in a row.
like, come on, like you have the game
Bro,
there.
Eddie-
What Klopp
Eddie
did,
Howe-
with,
Eddie
what Klopp
Howe
did
put
with
in-
the like, hey, they compacted that defense. They played perfectly with that man down. You know what I'm saying? He's like, hey, as soon as we get a chance, we try. But
Yeah.
they didn't force anything.
That's
They
2
didn't
weeks
do.
in a row now.
You know
The
what I'm saying?
Liverpool
And that's
plays
all-
better with 10 men than.
But all you could do,
Liverpool
but
dead
that's
for 50
listen,
minutes.
That's what I don't understand. The only thing Liverpool could do with the man down is what? Play decent
Yeah,
defense and try to counter.
play
That's
on
the
the
only thing they
break.
could do.
But they,
And that
to
but
perfection.
Newcastle knows that. Like, come on, I don't know. Man.
it
They
was
had to
stupid.
get goals
it was,
in. They
it was also stupid
Trent was still
substitutions.
getting cooked. Yeah, that's what I'm
He
saying.
was-
Like,
Yo, shout
That
out
was maybe the worst
442.
20 minutes
They
I've
did a
ever
really
seen.
good breakdown, like a tactical breakdown of the adjustment Klopp made after Liverpool went down to 10 men. Basically, he ended up, like you said, Gene, ended up just making the middle extremely compact by going with a 4-3-2 and just leaving Trippier and Burn like all the space on the touchline to do what they wanted.
Yep.
And they couldn't do anything. You know, they're not
Yeah.
like Kyle Walker or Reece James. Like Trippier's not going to bomb down the flank like that.
Also, who are they going
Dan
to?
Burn obviously isn't going to do that.
Yeah,
So they were
Isak
stuck
isn't
with
really
trying
a
to.
threat.
Right,
Going,
so they were
like,
stuck with
headers
trying to
and shit.
either keep the ball, just keep the ball around. But there was a time, like I think around the time where Salah had that chance in the second half, when I think Shar blocked his shot. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
When he was like in the box. Like around that time, I don't know if you guys noticed, but like the St. James Park atmosphere was getting really tense, like really nervous. Because they were like, man, we've been playing as 10 men for like 30 minutes now, and like Liverpool's growing into the game. We're not really doing anything. So I think Newcastle were in this weird position where they didn't feel comfortable just like keeping the ball, either because like they're not really good at that. Like their whole ethos is to just like, drive
bomb.
forward, keep pushing
Vertical.
forward, kind of like early Liverpool under Klopp. But also I feel like they felt pressure to get the second goal from the fans. Like the fans were getting really
as they
tense and
should,
nervous.
man.
So they were caught in this catch-22 of like, how do we kill the game? Oh, the best way to kill the game is probably to get the second goal. But that was exactly what Klopp was hoping they would do, because like you said, they just sat back and were hoping to hit them on the break, especially once Jota, Nunez, and Elliott came on. And I thought all three of them were excellent. Just did
Perfect
their job
subs.
so well.
Perfect
Like the
subs,
fact
man.
that Liverpool was still like hitting a press in the midfield with 10 men and it was effective.
Filthy.
Like it was just so expertly done. I mean, like this is the type of game that Liverpool of last season is easily losing 2-3-0. I'm not gonna get carried away and say like we're back or anything like that. But it was such a promising sign. Like when Van Dijk got the red card, I couldn't have fathomed that we would get a point out of the game. Let alone
cussing that
win.
ref too, bro.
Let alone win. Like when Nunez equalized, I was on cloud 9. I was like, oh my god, like shut up
the
shop,
best
park
case
the bus.
scenario.
Yeah, park the bus. This is incredible. What a point. Like I was already thinking of excuses to come to the pod after we lost, being like, hey, 4 points after 3 games isn't too bad. We played Chelsea and Newcastle away, and I was ready to come up with excuses. So to come away with a win, it's just like I don't think even Klopp could have dreamt of that when he made the adjustments he
Yeah.
made. I think he was just setting us up for the best case scenario and
To not get
seeing what would
battered. I
happen.
feel like
But
that's
to
what he was
right, but to get a win out of that, man, shout out the
Fantastic,
man
bro.
himself, Darwin Nunez.
Nunez.
Just like Chase was talking about, this felt like the DVD of championship season. This is DVD for Nunez remontada, bro. And you're on the cover too for his biggest haters. What
Can we talk
what a
about-
guy.
I think the main thing is like, yes, you guys had a man down, but they can't do anything with Pope in goal too. So it's like basically 10v10 because that guy, he doesn't. I
Yeah,
feel like
he was
his
shaky. He was
Decision
shaky.
making was he didn't know if he would go, he would stay.
He was
like,
mad. He was mad shaky that game, bro.
I thought he did a
So-
good job sweeping up.
That's safe from
especially
out.
There's
toward the-
many
toward the
times.
beginning,
There was
I think
many
he was-
times that he was just like
It was
he didn't know
nervy.
what to do, man.
I think he was
I
nervy
mean,
a
the
couple
goals-
times.
I don't think he's at fault for either of the goals.
No, not
No,
the
no,
goals,
I'm
but
not talking
just
about the
general
goals.
play.
I'm just talking about
His
people
incredible
like playing.
finishes.
That's what I don't know. No,
Yeah,
those are
I-
great.
Incredible
I will-
finishes. That win doesn't happen without Allison though.
Oh yeah.
No, the first goal,
Yeah,
first
best
goal
that
in the world
save on
for
the
a reason.
line. Oh my
That save
god.
from Almiron volley
then the
was
palm
just
out.
out of this
Oh my-
world. Like just
Bro, he-
outrageous. I
Yeah,
think like
nah.
everyone saw that ball like, smashing the back of the net.
Bro,
I thought that. Yeah.
And
he's
somehow he keeps it. He's just
this
like, I don't know
where-
he's,
where the
he's,
club
re-
would be
he's
without
really the
him.
best GK in
If De
Premier
Gea-
history. I
listen,
can't even lie to you,
if-
bro.
If
He-
De Gea made that save, they would call it a camera save too. By the way, but
nah, no way. No one.
nah,
can-
Alisson is for sure the best goalkeeper.
Yeah,
He's incredible.
sorry.
I'm sorry,
Also,
just-
Schmeichel.
Yeah,
Schmeichel,
no,
you're
I was
second,
straight. I
but-
was straight ability like that.
But-
This brother's like he's
different.
unreal. It
I'm
don't
not talking about
make
career.
sense.
Just
Nah,
Right, Allison.
just-
that
Like you could
pure-
easily make the argument that he's been the most important signing of the Klopp era.
Oh,
I don't think I would
without-
necessarily agree, but you could
Yeah,
definitely make the
he's
argument.
definitely up there, 100%.
Yeah, him, Salah, Van Dijk are the main three.
Yeah.
You could argue. over
VVD is
who's-
obviously finished now because
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Allison the past like 2 years has just ascended into like all-time Premier
That's
League
hero.
stars. Just,
That's that man's.
yeah.
He's such an amazing keeper. But also I know like a lot of the media narratives around Trent are probably going to be pretty negative, but I want to give him a shout out for after
Oh my.
Gordon scores. I thought he handled himself amazingly. So
He got
specifically
cooked.
after
Yeah,
after Van
before-
Dijk
before
got
I
sent
go.
off and he took the armband. I thought he did. I thought he really embodied the Liverpool spirit on the pitch. Like there was the one moment when he was time wasting and like after Nunez
Liverpool
scored the
scared
second
of
goal.
time wasting.
Yeah, after Nunez scored the second goal and he won the throw in around the corner flag and he like cheered up the Liverpool fans who were. By the way, the fact that like Liverpool Football Club is so kind to away fans. The fact that they put the
St.
away
James Park
section
is ass, bro.
right,
All the way
right,
up.
St. James Park is
right on the lower end of the Anfield Road
They
end.
put you next to
right
Jesus in
there
the
where
clouds.
You can,
They
kiss,
let you
right,
put
you can kiss your striker when he scores a goal at Anfield. St. James's Park.
Look at
puts
St.
them
James.
up on top- but you can like you bird watching up there. It's egregious.
bro.
Like, hey, like I know like Liverpool's an honorable club, so like they wouldn't stoop to such levels. But hey, man, they need to be more shameless. Stick those away fans up in the main stand, right at the highest seat you can find, because it's too nice, bro.
bro, I
Anyway.
saw a video.
St. James Park away fan is that's egregious.
I thought I saw like a plane, like just like
Yes, man.
near them. It's crazy.
It's disgusting, bro. Barcelona does the same thing at the
Yeah.
new camp. They
Oh,
put
yeah,
you way
facts.
up in the. It's so gross.
I thought it was a line of
but
bungee
yeah,
jump.
so I
Some
just-
bullshit.
So like I didn't know how Trent would handle, back to the earlier topic, being the vice captain of the club now. Like I was even thinking it might be a negative, that it might make him feel a bit complacent and lose a bit of his edge. But I just thought I don't know. He grew up a few years wearing the armband for the last 60 minutes of the game. I was just really proud of
Hey.
yeah, of course Gordon was like
He
turning
still
him a
got-
bit in the beginning of the second half.
Nah, he was still
one-on-ones.
getting.
But
yeah, he was
that's
getting,
like
oh.
but that's always gonna be like not what Trent's not what he's best at. Yeah, I'm just proud of the way he turned it around after he probably should have gotten a red card for the second yellow really early on. Yeah, I thought he
could have gone either way. I don't think
he
it
handled
was.
himself well.
It could have
I
been
think
either way.
I think
you
the
know?
second foul that foul, I think it should have been a yellow card. But the
Yeah.
referee was like, he put himself in that position by booking him for that.
But
Like,
that,
okay,
yeah,
we can get into another rant.
Not the
We get into
first
another
time.
rant about
Yeah.
Premier League referees.
Not the first
That
time we
should,
seen
like,
it.
how in what world was that not a
It's a new
foul by
rule,
Anthony
bro.
Gordon?
You
No, when he
can't get
pushed
mad
Trent in
because
the
they
back.
put a
Pushed him.
whole like thing in place that they said if player and
yeah,
that's
if you
good.
throw
They
the
said
ball,
if players do this, they get a yellow card. It's the same
So
thing
he
when you
should've-
get fouled. You
yes.
show the
I know.
that?
Yeah, I know. If you kick the ball away,
He
or
should
whatever,
have
it's
just
yellow
pushed
card.
Gordon. He should have just put
Right.
his shit back if you wanted to
He
do
pushed-
something. Don't throw the ball.
I read the situation as he pushed Gordon. I'm like Gordon pushed Trent. He flies off the pitch, skids his knee on like the turf or whatever, and then he picks up the ball and throws it to where the free kick should have been, because like everyone, he thought that was obviously a free kick, but then no, the referee says it's a throw in, and then he books him for that. Like you can even see his reaction, like he's just so in shock that he first didn't get the foul, and then secondly was booked for that. Like there's just a certain level of common sense that referees need to have in this league. It's a joke.
Talking about cards, can we talk about Van Dijk? If Bruno did what Van Dijk did, everyone would be talking about it right now. Oh, his if he reacted the way that
reaction
Van
was
Dijk
very.
did.
People are talking about that though.
Yeah, but still, yeah.
People are talking about the way they're saying.
Not as much.
All
though,
I've been seeing is people saying Van Dijk's suspension should be extended from 1 match to at least 3 because of his conduct. That's all I've been seeing.
I thought he should. No, I didn't see that, but I thought he was gonna smack that
3
ref. Bro.
matches.
That ref was like standing back. Like,
and then the other ref on the way out. The other ref on the way out. He said, "Don't touch me, get your motherfucker." He did the Denzel, man. He said, "Get your fucking hands off me."
What was he arguing? What was he arguing there?
I don't even know.
It's a clear chance. Like you clearly fouled him, and he was gonna go to 1-on-1. Like, what are you so mad about? You know what I'm saying? Like,
I don't know.
Yeah, I guess in his mind, he didn't think it was a foul.
It is what it is. All I'm saying though is, again, Newcastle definitely. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna be in the conversation. But I'm saying this. They play very, very vertical. They do not know how to retain possession as much.
Man. I don't care.
I ain't gonna lie.
Imagine if Arsenal did that.
That Oil Club can go to hell,
you guys
bro.
did that.
Oh, we would have got put to the sword. Oh, we would have got put to the sword.
If any big club did that, like that shows where Newcastle. I mean, and now we're like completely.
That's what I'm saying. And their fans like, oh, why do you call Manchester United United? We're also United. Like, shut the fuck up, bro. You're in Newcastle. No one's gonna call you United. You're Newcastle. You know what I'm saying? And so you do something 60-something years without a trophy. They got to pick it up.
All I'm saying
before we move on, there's a couple
ahead.
more players I wanted to give a shout out to before we focus on Newcastle. Joe Gomez, who came on when Van Dijk got injured, who I have publicly said I don't think is good enough to be a backup for Liverpool.
Ice Spice.
Excellent. Like
he played crazy.
He just like in
played like
that,
FIFA.
That might be the
Gomez.
worst. Right, that might be the worst position for a center back to be subbed into a game. Hostile atmosphere, down to 10 man. We've hardly kicked the ball all season, and when you have, it's been at right back. To just come in and be so composed, him and Matip. I don't even know when the last time was that those two played together. And they just no more drama at the back. And
R.I.P. Luis Diaz, man. I know he was pissed coming off.
Yeah, he
game.
was.
Oh,
I mean,
I had him in fantasy.
Oh, yeah.
Fucking take him out.
I thought Gakpo probably should have come off then instead of Diaz, but it's whatever. It worked out in the end. And then second shout out, I already love him so much, Dominic Szoboszlai. That guy, I don't know.
The sauce
I don't
boss.
know what engine this man has on him. This
He's
is
ridiculous.
3 matches now. He's played the full 90 minutes and is running in stoppage time the same way you expect him to be running.
He was Cam, right wing, left. Bro, he's everywhere.
He's probably like him and Thiago are probably the techiest players in the club. He has crazy energy, and you saw that one sequence in the first half when he was up on the left wing, and he fell down.
And then Tonali did the same thing.
Tonali he had 3 Newcastle players surrounding him, and he still wriggled out and got. He is and this then, guy is like taking the number 8. Taking the number 8 after Gerrard was it was a bit of bants, But now we have a true successor to that. Like he is I don't think I could have asked for a better person to have it right now. He's just, and the way he talks too, after his debut, his Anfield debut against Bournemouth, he came out saying like it was everything I dreamed of. Like I hope to run out there 1,000 more times. Just like obviously he's gonna say these types of
basic
things,
stuff.
But he says, I just love him. I love that guy so much. And if there's one thing I pray that his injury record stays clean, absolutely clean, because there's no one in the team I'm more excited to watch than Szoboszlai.
Make sure you put him on pen duty too. Make sure you do that, man. My draft needs.
He should be. His set pieces, by the way, best in the team. His corner deliveries are incredible. And if we're talking on pure pen ability, I think he's a better penalty taker than Salah. But I don't think I want to. To be honest, I don't want to upset Salah anymore. So
Trent's gonna take every corner just because of the Barcelona corner for the rest of the time.
If we talk about
he's gonna be on that one. He's gonna be on the other side, But
Robertson's been taking those.
Newcastle, I don't want to. I don't want to talk about Newcastle too much.
Oh yeah, nah, bro. I'm telling you, like, yo, like, again,
horrendous.
Yeah,
like
okay.
they play some
That's
heavy metal
And
stuff.
Are they
Cool.
serious?
Everything that we've
Yeah, no
everything
serious
that
club
we've
is
talked
that.
about.
It's
I
not
don't
that
think so.
it's not that they're serious. They just don't have the technical quality to hit the level.
They do, though.
Nah, they're not serious.
They have
You were
like
saying that
Isaac,
2 weeks
come
ago
on,
when they
like,
played against
No,
Aston Villa.
to
Though.
hold
Nah, they have
possession and just kill the game again in those
Don't
situations.
kill the game. Score 5 against those guys, bro. Like
They
they're
were a man
capable.
down.
Again, against 10 men, you're gonna be
Come
more
on.
compact. So it's harder. It's
Gordon was getting looks. You act like they weren't getting no looks. Like they
But-
were getting looks. They just couldn't do anything about it. They
and it was dry.
Just
And I'm just saying. I just think from a certain level, there's a certain. I don't know if it's a limiter, a ceiling. I don't know. But
they
when
act like Bruno
when-
can't pass around with Trippier
Yeah.
for 20 minutes. Like they could do that if they really wanted to, but it's
Yeah.
obviously not. In
but
their,
yeah,
their head for some reason.
not their plans. I don't know. But right
Eddie
now
Howe's
it's
substitutions, by the way, were
horrendous. That was That was
Why would you take Isaac? Can
That was
Isaac not play more than
cataclysmic.
60 minutes? Can he not play more than
I
60
don't
minutes?
know
never
why
He
he's
always gets subbed.
he always
He always
subbed
gets
off.
subbed out of 6.
I think he's just trying
That's
to keep that appeasement for both him and Callum Wilson. I don't know. He's trying to keep.
Isak
Callum
had
Wilson
also gone pretty
in there.
quiet. I can't remember anything Isak did after the
Yeah.
Van Dijk red card.
No, that's what I'm
But he
saying,
also
like,
took off Tonali. He took off.
Yeah.
I think Joelinton had
Tonali
an
was
injury,
bad.
but he took off both of them.
Tonali
Harvey
was the worst
Barnes.
one.
Oh, the way he fumbled that that 2v1
That chance.
that him
Yeah.
and Wilson had. Like he did the same thing against Villa, if you remember. But they were already winning like 4-1, so it didn't matter.
No, that's
Terrible.
what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah, Gordon
I
was
don't
their man of the match,
He-
and taking him off.
I can't imagine any other team doing what they did other than being like a banter team, like freaking I don't know, like Luton Town doing that or something. Like who does that? Like what team does that? I can't think
Yeah,
in
you
recent
can't
memory
fold,
fumbling
you
like
can't
that.
fold like
bad.
that.
Worst
Yeah.
case scenario, like
Against a team with a man down,
fumbling is like okay,
team.
you get tied on like 90th minute, you get tied on and you fucking don't pick up the points, but losing,
Mm-mm.
Nah,
Yeah, nah,
that's
that's a shambles.
another level.
That's a shambles,
another-
man. I
Not
just
only
like,
like-
losing, but letting Darwin Nunez be the one to pull the team back from the depths of hell, man.
Hey, Jay, stop digging your hole deeper, man. Like, just take,
I
just
think it's
just
still
let it
don't
rest.
think he's-
Yeah, let it
I still
rest.
don't think he's
No,
very
we're
good.
not gonna let one game destroy it because when
A striker
listen, as soon as he
scoring-
got
a
on to,
striker
as soon as he got
scoring
on
goal.
to, I was gonna
He
say
hit that
something, but I
terrible
didn't.
touch. Where
As
the-
soon as he got on, I was like, "What is this guy doing, man? This guy does not." You know. Luckily, he got in his. He did his thing. And the things that we saw him do against Liverpool in the Champions League. You know, like that's what we thought
And-
you were gonna get off
I
rip.
mean, he's just a confidence player. Like,
just
he's one of those guys.
strong
really
pace and good at
just-
finishing.
and
you know?
you
Really
put him.
scrappy too. Like he's not a pretty player. Like he's not taking fancy touches.
Nah,
not doing
he-
dribbles.
but that's what I'm saying.
He's a wrecking
He's
ball.
a-
Yeah.
yeah.
But that's what I'm
his
saying.
way
But
to the
he has
goal.
that pretty finish, though. We saw what he was doing in the Champions League. Like, that guy
Yeah, he
could
can.
finish the ball.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
I mean, he's
I
like the
don't-
mold of Holland, like the same type of
Yeah.
player.
yeah.
Not the
Literally,
prettiest,
literally.
but like they just want to run. They're so
Hardware.
fast, so physical. They just
No
want to run it
no
behind
flips.
and
He's
shoot.
like a-
Yeah.
like a
and
Just
Nunez
keep
is faster than
player,
Holland.
you know?
That's what's scary.
Mhm.
What was
Nunez
that,
is faster
Adrian?
than Holland.
He's like a hardware store. You know, it's just straight like rough. You know.
Right? No,
Oh,
yeah, for real.
This man,
Listen,
So I don't
wanna
know.
talk
If,
thinking
about-
of
I don't know if
lows.
Klopp like if this is enough for Klopp to start him through the middle against Villa on Sunday, but I wouldn't be against it. Like he like I said, he runs off confidence. So
Yeah.
like it's best to utilize this,
Yeah.
this.
Who are you
this
gonna
streak he
bench?
has while
Gakpo?
he's on it. Well, if Nunez starts, yeah, it would be
Yeah, it
probably
probably-
Diaz, Nunez, Salah in
Mm.
the front three.
I can see that. But yeah, hold on, I got two things.
I don't see how he wouldn't start. Oh, sorry
Yeah.
to interrupt you.
No, no, no.
I don't see how he wouldn't start. He's definitely earned his starting place. I mean, he's
Mhm.
got to start.
So with those two goals, I mean,
Yeah.
he put in a champion's performance with that type shit, honestly. But two things. One, Adrian, I want you to make a clip and you make sure you fast forward through all of Shanko's shit because he was on there for a solid 20 minutes going off.
As
about
I
Liverpool.
should. As I should.
I want equivalence, baby. I want equivalence.
Okay.
But
But
Trey,
Trey,
you
you talked about Arsenal for 45 minutes.
No,
Right.
it was
We
way
were
less. It was
invested.
way less. It was way less. It was way
Nah,
less.
you talked
No,
more
no, no.
about
It was way
Arsenal
less.
than he did about
there's a
Liverpool.
That was at least the
There's a
dialogue
difference
back and forth.
I think there was a lot of investment here into this conversation, especially about this game that was very.
Motherfucker,
this
you
is one
was
of the
checking
most
your phone. I
exciting-
saw it like your
exciting-
face.
yeah.
I saw it like hit your face. You was checking your phone. Nah, man. Nah.
Oh no!
whatever.
At some point I was. Yeah, and I'll admit it.
All right,
Bro,
but-
this was already one of the craziest games we're gonna see all season.
I was
Yeah,
looking
I can
at
see that,
I was
I can
looking at
see
the
that. That's
schedule
fair.
for this week. That's what I was doing.
Oh, that's fair.
Now-
But
What's Trey gonna say
oh wait,
about the second?
my second
No,
point
no,
was I just want to throw it back to Adrian actually because of the other game, Sheffield and Man City which you know what I'm saying that was
Which
a
we don't
little,
have to spend a
that
lot.
was
of time
yeah,
on.
nah.
Let's
That's
be
why I
honest.
just want to take your thought.
Can we talk? We'll talk about it, but I wanted to talk about, since Shenko brought up the spirit of Liverpool and Trent and stuff like that. We need to bring up the spirit of a certain United player, a certain captain that people clown. Some people say he does not a real
Oh.
footballer. Bruno Fernandes, man. What
He
that
scored a
guy?
penalty. He scored a penalty. Good job.
Oh, that's all he
Good
did.
job.
Bruno Fernandes.
That's how
Now
you
he's
know.
back, man. I need that from FPL.
Dude, I can't
This
do
guy
this with this
here,
guy. He's
2020.
not. He's
Throwback
so
to 2020
dead.
and
He's so
2021.
dead.
Nah,
Okay,
you
listen,
cannot call
listen,
Bruno
please,
dead. Nah,
please,
that's
Not dead.
he's
Not
so
dead.
that's
I
a
need-
horror take.
Not dead.
Listen, 2-0
Does he
down
get-
the first 4
does he get
minutes.
desperate?
Imagine. No, that's what I'm saying. 2-0 down.
I agree that he gets desperate. That's just
Like,
kind of like.
yeah, he
But
gets that.
Bro,
not-
I'm not
I mean,
gonna.
I'm
talking
I
about-
would love. I would
Well,
love to have Bruno in my team. Like I don't know if you guys
I just don't see where he'd
would
fit. in
admit it.
Chelsea.
I would love Bruno. He's just
You'd play
a,
any.
He's a fun.
Bruno is
He's
just
a,
a
Have
big
you
chance.
seen-
He's
he's
just
a
a big
fighter ball
chance,
demon.
like
He's a-
factory. He
yeah.
just produces big chance like every single game essentially. Whether he's on the end of it or he's just making stuff happen. Like I know his ratio of success to failure of the things he tries might not be the best
Yeah.
every time. But you just like he's someone you want in your team.
It's like Kobe, you know what I'm saying? In a sense, he gonna put up them shots. Some of them
Right.
gonna go in, some of them gonna miss, but he gonna put up them shots. You know what I mean? So I get it. I get it. That's fair. What was I about to say?
Look, listen. Last year, from what we saw, Brentford United. That's what I thought. I was gonna see the same thing. Just getting destroyed. Boom, boom, boom. That's what I thought was gonna happen. As soon as I saw that second goal, I'm like, yeah, these guys are finished. But the way that these guys they just said, fuck it, let's fucking ball. And Bruno that's what we couldn't. Those guys stayed so compact. He's like, fuck it, I'm gonna take a shot. That's where the first goal came from. He took a shot.
Yeah.
He tried. Keeper gave the ball to Rashford. Rashford did his thing. We got the goal. You know,
I'd
he scored
say
his pen.
Brentford are a much more organized team than Forest, though.
Oh,
Yeah,
Brentford.
but on the counter though, like on the counter, that team you don't want to
Let's not
go
forget
on the
that
counter
all of us
against
had
Forest.
Forest in relegation.
Folded. Like Forest completely. You can't. Like,
I'll
2-0
guarantee a
up,
Forest
you
win over Chelsea
folded.
this year,
That
by the
was
way.
crazy.
They played
I'll
this
guarantee.
Saturday.
I'll guarantee.
so-
I'll guarantee. You're playing at home or away?
I think it's at Forest.
I'm just saying. I'll guarantee
Here,
a
look,
Forest win
Here,
over
I'll
Chelsea. by the way.
I'll show you something. Hold on, let's make a bet.
I'll guarantee this
So I
season.
visited. So have you ever? You're a United fan, right?
Yeah.
Have you ever been to Old Trafford?
No.
No, I've been to Old Trafford, so I'm more of a
I know.
United fan than you are, and I hate United. So if Forest beat Chelsea, I will put this kit on. As you can see, it's never. No, look, tag's still on. I've never worn it. It's a souvenir to show that I buy kits at every stadium I go to. So I have
Okay,
I have a Leeds one here. So just
Hold
to
on,
see.
hold on,
like-
hold on.
That's
hold on,
less.
just a
That's
second.
less.
He owns. A
That's less
Manchester
ill, but
United
still
jersey.
ill.
That's fine. No, all
Hold
right.
on, just
That's
a
how
second.
It
big.
was a souvenir.
That's how big
It was a
United
souvenir.
is. That's how big
The
United
London,
is. man.
the-
You
This is
go. You
crazy.
go to
This
the
is
United
crazy.
Kingdom. You go to that. No, listen. I respect. all
Chelsea-
So I have this
Chelsea
club
fan
in
owns
fucking
Manchester
Spain.
United
Do you think I'm a fan of them? Who's this?
Wait,
Celta
Chase,
Vigo? I don't know.
So if you went to the
Emirates,
Get the
you-
reels ready. This
if you went to the
Chelsea fan
Emirates,
owns
you would
a
buy an
Manchester
Arsenal
United
kit?
jersey.
No.
I buy a kit at every stadium I go
Absolutely
to.
not.
Dang,
So I
so
would
it's-
buy it as a.
His
I would
human
not-
his
I would
human
never
principle
buy it.
would not deny him from buying a
That's
kit
crazy.
at the
It's a
Emirates.
collector's piece. It's a collector's piece.
Get-
I've never worn it.
Get your reels ready.
Hey
Get the
man,
But I
he's
will-
doing the Ben Foster, man. He's doing the cycling GK in his background. He
No.
trying to have the
But I'm saying
Shut up, Ben Foster.
if Forest beat Chelsea, I'll put that kit on. I've never worn that kit in my life.
Wow.
Listen, we could say how Forrest is stinky or whatever, but those guys on the counter. Listen,
Forrest,
if you get
yeah.
that guy on the counter against Thiago Silva, bro, that guy or Enzo, we saw Enzo getting smoked
Bro,
by BVB
I-
players last season.
I would
Like, you
need,
know what
I
I'm
would
saying?
need, yo. Did you see? I would need
you
on the
guys-
break for the first goal. My man's
Yo, he's
legs,
a dog.
his legs,
Rashford with
legs-
Rashford,
his
with
legs
Rashford,
weren't, his legs weren't
that's
going
not a
like
slow
this.
player, bro.
Yo, I would need his
No,
legs
he
weren't
put
going up
Rashford on
down.
his ass.
Son, I would need he was going like this. He was like paddling
Nah.
on like the on the ground.
Nah,
I don't know if you saw
the
his legs, bro.
acceleration,
He
bro.
was
The
going.
acceleration
No, I did not
was-
stare at his legs.
Yo, hey,
that's-
come on, chill out, bro. Chill.
The acceleration was insane.
Oh yeah, he's
bro. Insane.
obviously he's good, but still like the way that Forest folded and they like
Yeah.
I mean,
They-
can you
They're
call
the
it a
biggest
goal?
part.
Can
That's
you call
not.
it
They're
goal?
Old
It's
Trafford,
obvious.
bro.
Yeah, it's
They're Old
obvious.
Trafford.
Old
Come on.
Trafford. They were just
no,
gonna
it's
sit
still,
in.
they didn't.
That's
they
what I'm
didn't,
saying. You can't
they
call
didn't
that
sit
team
and they
folded.
didn't sit and frustrate Manchester United the way they should have. Like they were still going up and trying to get a third goal. They were giving them giving Man United space in behind at Old Trafford is like a recipe to lose. for most teams. You know,
But the way they
Yeah.
conceded, it wasn't really just like.
so if you're
pacing.
Forest, the last thing you want to do is give Man United space to run into because they're gonna
I
score.
mean, but the goals they conceded are what? They were a set piece.
Yeah.
They were a really well worked set piece, a penalty.
Oh yeah, that's. I mean, the goals
and
didn't
then
come
the
exactly
Ericsson like
from those,
cutback, right?
But Man United's
Yeah.
continuous attack and opportunities came from the amount of space that they were.
Oh yeah,
they were given to
listen.
So
play.
you're complaining you think they were naive. Adrian,
Yeah,
that's your thing?
absolutely.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah,
That's
and
fair.
especially knowing that Man United, I think they struggle against teams that pretty much park the bus or frustrate them in the final third. They struggle badly, like a lot of teams in the league. But Man
Because
United,
no one
struggle.
does that against us. Because they just attack our
Yeah,
ass.
yeah. and it's
That's
just-
why
and
we got
that's-
the better
and
city.
you wonder why.
Idiots.
No, and you wonder why. You know.
But that's
So-
what. But Pep, the GOAT manager that you guys call him, whatever, he does that against United too. Like, why if he's not a 2 goals
Not
up against
always.
us or 1 goal?
Well, if we're up, then
He's a-
yeah. I mean, I think. I mean, that's the right move. But from the get go, we're not gonna do that. We're gonna control the game and we're gonna attack. Whether we're at Old Trafford, whether at Etihad, Wembley, it doesn't matter. And we'll do that against any team in the world. You know, because that's just we're City.
Because you're
That's
the
what I'm
best team in
saying.
the world.
Mm.
That's what-
We're
that's
the
what-
best team in the world. That's why. You know, but that's
Like-
I mean, it's happening to Brighton. I mean, I guess we could get into that game next. I mean, Brighton.
Brighton's a fraudulent, more
Brighton-
fraudulent.
Brighton,
than
West
Newcastle.
Can I tell you how
Hey,
much
yo.
joy it brings me every time I see West Ham perform like this? There's a
That's
certain
bad.
fraud ass clown
It's crazy.
on this.
Trey, do you go to sleep
Five.
with like night sweats every time when you check that West Ham score and it just keeps getting worse and worse?
Nah,
and
nah,
Alvarez, Alvarez
Is
is
West
fraud of
Ham-
the year.
Is West
I
Ham
think
over?
Alvarez is man of the
I
match.
think Alvarez is part of the year, man.
Yeah.
Oh my
No,
No,
god.
he
that
was
was
man
my
of the
fraud.
match
That
that
was
year.
my that was
Can
my
we
fraud
discuss
here.
how fraudulent
we
Trey
can.
is? That he had
Yeah.
Alvarez in his fraud of the season.
Was he?
However,
No, was he?
Hey, so I'm gonna expose
I
a
have
bit
no
of
idea.
private group chat stuff to
That's
the
crazy.
listeners. So when we were confronting Trey and attacking him during the West Ham match against Brighton, for his prediction, if you missed it, for West Ham
Oh,
to
yeah.
get relegated, his defense was, "Hey man, I made that prediction before the transfer window shut. So how was I supposed to know they were gonna
We
sign
knew
players
all those
like
players.
Alvarez, who was in his flop of the
Bro.
season? Come on, man.
Nah,
No,
nah.
you can't have your cake and eat it.
Nah,
He was
nah,
his
nah,
flop
nah,
of the
nah.
season
Nah,
before he was
nah,
even
nah.
officially signed.
Right, but he's
he
also
wasn't-
the
he
reason
wasn't
they're
my
not
flop of
getting
the
relegated,
season.
Chase.
No.
Yeah.
No. Well, I'll take an L for my actual pick of the season. I took a shot in the dark. I said Mickey Van de Ven, which Van de Ven's actually good. So I'll take an L for that personally. But I didn't say Alvarez was on fraud of the season.
You
Please
put him-
double check
he
it.
was
Double
like
check
in the
it.
three
You
names.
mentioned-
You
If I-
put. You put Alvarez. You named a bunch of people who
I
hadn't
was
played a game
bullshitting
yet.
names.
So
I
we
had
made-
no clue, but I landed on Van de Ven. I landed
No,
on
no,
Van de
no,
Ven,
waffling.
bro, because
Alright.
I was doing this shit
The
on the
receipts, the
fly.
receipts are there though.
But yeah, people,
Yeah,
y'all
Brighton's
can go
okay,
back
man.
and
No, we're
if I
actually
fucked
seeing
up,
that,
I fucked up. That's cool.
We're seeing that
Brighton
Alvarez.
back to
oh,
back.
Declan
Listen,
Rice
back-to-back
was
years,
holding
man.
West Ham back.
This guy, I'm
Yep,
dead.
insane.
Hey, a hot take.
It's the
Hot
truth.
take.
It's
West
facts.
Ham without Rice,
Who's holding
Spurs
them?
without
We got the
Kane.
numbers. We got the. Hey, chill
I'm
on that
dead.
one. I'm not
Listen.
gonna.
But
I'm not
even
gonna
even
go
back
with
to
that one.
what I was saying though is that West Ham really frustrated Brighton. Like this is one of the things that
Yeah,
Brighton's gonna
facts.
have to get used to this year. You know, because last year, yeah, they had a great season, but
They
how
did
many
the same
teams
thing last
were-
year though. They got what? They were eighth. What place were Brighton? They weren't. They
Brighton
were like
was
eighth. place.
Sixth. They were sixth.
My bad.
They
My
had a
bad.
very good
But they-
season. But
But
how
Brighton
many
were competing
teams?
for
But we
Champions
see the
League up
same
until like
thing.
the last 3 weeks. They were right up
But that's what
there.
I'm saying.
Yeah,
but we
and-
see.
and-
But this is the same thing that they were doing. They create the most expected goals out of like
they
most
do.
teams, and then the
But
goals
they
are just-
didn't. They didn't this weekend though. West Ham beat them
Mhm.
XG like 3-1.
But
Yeah.
I do respect
yeah.
that they
Yeah.
play the way that they're going to play regardless of who they line up against, which a lot of the times or eventually it ends up biting them in the ass when they end up getting smoked but like this. But they play their style regardless. I can respect that. I mean,
Adrian's
I
making
think
a good
it's
point,
more that
though.
West Ham's good
Yeah,
than
exactly.
Right,
last
Adrian's
year,
making a good point, though.
how many? No,
Yeah.
there's not many teams that pulled up to Brighton or even
parked
played
the
against
bus.
Brighton, and they were intending
Yeah.
to park the bus. And that's something that
And he got
this
punished.
year now they've built this reputation. You have this De Zerbi ball, this
Right.
pretty football, a lot of creation, a lot of
Nah.
passing it around.
Now you gotta
And,
die by it.
They got exposed on Saturday. They got
Yeah, they
absolutely.
did.
You know
Bro.
how many times did West Ham send Antonio through with a ball over
Ball over
the
the
top?
top,
He was
but
wrestling. He was wrestling their center backs to the ground.
Yeah, because like
That
if we're
ball-
gonna be honest, there's like Brighton has so many exciting, talented players, but by far there is just such a gap in quality between the front six
and
then the back
defense.
four.
Oh, yeah.
Like take out Estupinian, but
Yeah, but
I'm
they're-
sorry. As
with
much
the
as I
foul-
love them, club legend having
Yeah.
37-year-old James Milner right back. And then the most
He's
Brexit
having
partnership in
Webster.
Lewis Dunk and
Yeah,
Webster. And
Webster.
that guy Webster, the way he got torn, not even by Antonio for the goal. Do
Bad.
you remember that sequence where Benrahma was just running rings around him on the left wing? I don't know how Webster ended up
they were
defending it
so
right back.
isolated,
But
too.
just
They were
just
so
isolated and just getting
Yeah.
rinsed, getting
Yeah,
cooked.
they were getting caught
Um,
out so many times. That two at the back.
Yeah, so
Stupiñán
like
was
to
up, Milner
your
was
point,
up.
to your point,
They're
if
lucky
if
Kudus
Brighton has
wasn't
this
playing.
system where their front six is just so much more talent, and plus Stupiñán is just so much more
Yeah,
talented
attack.
than what they have at the back. Then when they play against a team like West Ham that's good at sitting in and hitting them on the break, they're exposed.
Yeah,
They're
liable.
Webster, Milner, and Dunk isolated in like 3-on-3s, 3-on-2s. Oh my god, like if they come against teams that are as good on the break as West Ham, they will have a tough time because it's not even as if
Look at
it's
what
not even as if
against
they were
United.
peppering. It's not even as if they were peppering West Ham and like we're getting unlucky. I mean, Areola did have a great game. He made some really good saves.
Fantastic game.
Specifically the one from Ferguson at the end. But at that point, it was already 3-1, right? Like,
Yeah.
it's not like
Right.
you couldn't even say they dominated the chances. West Ham had the better chances.
Facts.
Throughout the
And
game.
they and they and
Gareth
they, and
Bowen,
they
Mikel
converted, bro.
Antonio, and Benrahma.
Yeah.
What a like!
It was a
bro,
masterclass in just sitting back and knocking the ball over and running them out, wrestling them to the ground. Antonio was winning the physical battle.
Bro,
Right.
and just the quality.
Right, it
Yo,
was-
bro,
it
I'm
was,
sorry. I think the goal of the weekend too, the Jared Bowen goal. Oh
Bowen,
my
oh.
gosh! Off of one
Bro, do you remember
touchdown.
the goal
and-
Salah scored against West Ham a few seasons ago? It was like exactly like that, where
Yeah.
Shaqiri played it over and then Salah one touch and then outside of the foot finished it.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, Bowen, man, that guy, he's been one of the most underrated players in the league for the
Bro.
past like 2-3 seasons.
he
I know
would,
he started slow last season and people were slandering him.
He would
but he
cook
picked
at
it
the
up
top
again
six
when
sides
West Ham
too.
pushed to win the Conference League, and he scored the winning goal too
Yeah,
in the final.
Yeah.
He's one of outside of the top 6, he's probably one of my
One of-
favorite like top players to watch.
bro. Yeah,
I
they
think he's so
just
underrated.
yeah. And the West Ham, man, credit. No, honest, no, dead ass serious. Bias.
Can't wait for
Masterclass.
Arsenal.
No.
Can't wait for
Bias.
Arsenal to play
Yeah,
them, man.
so it's
Bias and
interesting
hate
to see
aside.
how Deserbi, how is Deserbi gonna cope
Yeah.
with this problem now?
Right.
And maybe
Well,
last year
they
saw
have money.
they
It's
had-
not like they don't have money.
Yeah, they have money and they have. I mean, they had Caicedo playing this like right back. The thing that Thomas Partey's doing at Arsenal, they had Caicedo
Yeah.
doing that for a little bit last year.
Yeah.
So
I think
I
towards
Yeah,
the end
Miller's
of-
not as good at
shows.
that.
Yeah.
as
Yeah,
Caicedo.
and you can. I mean, I don't even know if Milner. I wasn't paying attention enough to see if Milner was actually doing that.
Stinky.
That's what he was trying to do, but
Okay.
he doesn't have the
Yeah,
legs
he's
to get
not.
back.
He can't do
Yeah.
that. You know.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that goes to show that I think De Zerbi has actually come across the possibility that he's going to have to face this problem this season. And
I mean, they
more teams
faced it
are more
last
aware.
season. They faced it with
but I think it's gonna
United
be
2
more.
times.
I think it's going to be more
Back to
often,
back.
though. Like now, Brighton has this reputation that they.
And there was the
Yeah.
occasion
Yeah.
game last season too. Remember Everton pumped them like 5-1? You remember that?
At
Yeah.
home. At home.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes,
so, like,
yeah.
So this is in Brighton's like locker. Like this can happen to them if a team
Yeah.
sits and breaks on them really well. They're really exposed.
Yeah, they are.
Mhm.
Very so it's gonna, it's gonna
You
be
gotta-
really interesting to see how De Zerbi can cope with this problem this season.
Mhm.
How is he gonna try to find a
Yeah.
solution to
Right.
this? You know, they're gonna
That's-
move in the
High
Should have
lines-
spent
high
some
lines
beans, but
sucking
they,
it. Yeah.
no,
High
they,
lines sucking
they
this
have
league.
beans to spend, but then they signed Milner. So like
Yeah.
I don't know. what the hell
Tony
they
Bloom
I
put
think
it.
they just
Tony Bloom
signed,
put it in that pocket, brother. They
Didn't they
signed
just
they
sign
signed
this
a
guy from
midfielder
Lille?
from
Caicedo
yeah.
replacement? I don't
Yeah,
know
they
his
signed.
name.
Yeah, they signed
they
him
signed
like
some-
27
there's a
million.
guy
I forget his name.
From
He
Lille,
was
right?
from like
Yeah.
from the French league.
Yeah, they should try to
Also,
go into the French league, get some center backs.
Mm-hmm.
Kim Pembe or something.
Kimpembe. Can you imagine? But on this, like, back onto praise for West Ham. They could be such a fun team to watch this season. Hoping
yeah.
Paqueta's allegations
Yeah.
don't.
I'm not gonna lie.
Don't cause them to miss matches.
Even
But I was
without
gonna say,
Paqueta, but
if Paqueta
now
stays, once with Kudus in this front, I don't know where he's gonna play
It's-
it in, whether in the midfield or in the attack.
bro.
Oh, like I'm really excited to see what
Bro.
happens. Like
I'm
what
not
West Ham
gonna
can do.
lie. A West Ham outfit with
Rejuvenated
Bowen,
Mikel Antonio
Kudus,
at 33 years
Paqueta.
old.
That's the
Relegation team.
Hey man, hey.
Crazy.
Most
And
they still
exciting
have,
at a different
they
time
still
on
have
TR.
Mavropanos to
Yeah.
come in.
Yeah,
A
and
team that
Dino
might
spent.
compete for top 4.
A team that
A team
received
that might
100
compete
million
for top
pounds
4.
for one player.
Hey,
Right, West Ham is
Ham,
the
they
one team none of us had finishing like in the
reinvested.
top 8, you know,
They-
and they
Facts.
could.
I had them in like 10th, so I didn't.
wanna
have
see
them
where
Yeah,
in-
you. I
Yeah.
think
See
you
where I
and Chase maybe had them 10th. You had them
Yeah.
the
I
highest.
don't know. I thought they'd be
Yeah.
decent. I didn't think they'd be this good.
Yeah, I thought they'd be
smart
like high in the
reinvestments,
bottom
though.
half, but yeah.
They got Alvarez is probably a player who can do at least 60% of what Declan Rice.
I had-
can do.
I had
maybe if
West
not,
Ham.
maybe
Oh.
even more.
Maybe
Bro, they spent the
95%
Declan
on
Rice
Declan
money.
Rice.
They spent the money on one midfielder. So you got Alvarez, Kudus, and Ward-Prowse. We didn't talk about Ward-Prowse, by the way.
Yeah,
what
JWP
what a
just
smart
fits,
signing.
fits like a glove, but
Perfect David Moyes midfielder.
yeah.
We
So the
talked
three
about
of
it
them with
before.
Rice money, like that's almost as expertly as they could have done.
Yeah, planned out. Yeah,
To reshape their midfield for the next couple seasons.
and again, they no, I agree. It's just like, again, on I'll speak by our side. You know what I'm saying? We got Declan Rice. I'm happy we got him, but West Ham did very, very well to not only readjust their entire midfield for quality on all sides, more attacking threat, just all around like a solid base to build off of, and you brought in more attacking prowess with a Kudus who can play in midfield or he can play in a winger position. You know what I'm saying? And you retain Paquetá. Like, this is good stuff. And Mavropanos in defense. Like, you've strengthened all areas of your team off of that money. Like,
Their depth at
you
center
put my
back,
hands
man.
up. Yo,
They
put your hands
have
up.
Zuma, Ogbonna, Aguerd, Mavropanos. Like,
Yeah, that's a
is-
solid core. That's a solid.
I think that's better than Tottenham's center back options.
That's a solid center back
Yes,
core. Dead
it
ass.
is.
Right?
Yeah.
That you have to give credit to them, bro. They handled the end of this window very, very well, and they've supplemented all areas of the pitch. They gonna be a dangerous team, bro. On all accounts, they gonna be a dangerous team. I throw my
They
hands
look
up.
like they're going to be a
100%.
pain in the ass to play against, as Case could already attest to.
Oh gosh, man, that's gonna be.
I think it was more that they were just so good rather than Chelsea. You guys want to apologize for last week when everyone was clowning me, and apparently this team's actually. I mean, they just smoked Brighton just as bad as Chelsea.
Chelsea
You guys
played a
are
super
knocking
team,
off-
right?
Even Brighton sucking off Brighton all fucking podcast.
No,
The
we're
last
not
3
doing
weeks.
that.
Honestly,
We're not doing
have.
that.
Do we even have an actual like accurate?
I mean, the Prem is the Prem, man. The Prem is the Prem. It's
assumption of
Oh,
how
yeah, it
good-
is.
Where,
And-
where does
and-
Chelsea stand on the?
Well, no, hold up.
the
Speaking of, as Trey has said, Prem is the Prem, right? So all 20 teams in the Prem, the Prem teams.
18
No,
teams.
Chelsea 3,
18 teams.
Luton
There are two
Town.
former
18.
best teams in the Premier League.
18.
this
Yeah,
season.
we're not gonna talk. No,
We're not going to talk about it.
And we talk about how we could talk about how Luton is probably the worst team to ever play in. the
Bro,
Premier
I
League.
think
Like,
the three teams that got
recently,
promoted this
it's-
season might be the three worst teams, like as a whole, to get
Burnley's
promoted.
not
Oh,
that
yeah.
bad.
No, as a
No,
whole.
no,
I
just
think
the
Burnley,
class.
I think Burnley are
I get it.
probably going to stay up,
Wait,
even though they
wait,
had a
you
kind of
just-
disappointing
Yeah,
start.
Burnley ran
want-
away
but-
in first place.
I
in
have
the
a question for
championship
Chase.
last year.
You guys just played Luton Town. Name 2 players that you just played against.
Your mic cut out. Can you say it again?
I said you just played Luton Town. Name 2 players without looking in your screen that play for
No,
Luton
wait.
Town.
I can't hear you.
Yo,
Just say it one more time.
look at him on Yahoo News right now, bro.
Yo,
Nah,
my
man.
man, search
Oh, wait.
it.
Ross Barkley.
Tell-
Ross
Yeah,
Barkley.
okay.
Oh my god.
And,
Look at it on the
Justin.
screen. That doesn't
Remember-
count.
Did you? Was it last year? FIFA last year? The year before? Chong. Remember him? He played for United. United player. He had a cool card
Bro,
right there. You have
my
C Morris. C. Dot
He's
Morris.
reading.
C.
he's
Morris?
reading.
Hey,
Wow.
she
Bio.
went to Carlton.
Moving career
Listen,
mode over
they
here.
got the
Steve
left
Morris.
back.
Scott Morris is
Giles.
crazy.
They got
Giles,
left back
yeah.
Giles.
A. Dot Bell.
Adebayo.
You have that
last
guy
year.
who came up from all the divisions.
A. Dot Bell is crazy, bro. Show some respect to my Jamaican brother,
Nah,
bro. Relax.
Now, C.
But just
Dot
to
Morris
show
is
you-
insane.
I'm just glad we
Listen,
can all
but
agree
just to
here
show
that
you- just to
Chelsea
show you
defeated
how
a bunch of
Luton-
farmers, and that's it.
Yep.
Listen, he just played them 2 days ago, and he doesn't remember one name from that game from the
I was
opposing
too
team.
focused on
Oh,
getting the
I don't
ball
know
in the
where-
back of the net.
I don't know
That
where
off
it is.
rip.
I've been
It
seeing these
just
Chelsea
shows you.
fans like gassed. Like you
And
beat-
listen,
is that,
if we
is that the
don't-
standard right now? You beat Luton Town.
That's
You
Stanford
won.
Bridge.
You
And now-
won a Premier League game. The players that should have performed. You got Nicholas Jackson, who's looking like Drogba reincarnated.
Stop. No, he
Reincarnated.
played so,
He's not- he's not-
bad. He played so
Yo,
bad. He had
it's
such a
Luton Town.
I
bad
listen,
game.
I-
If you take that goal out, he
I
played
think
stinky.
I think Jackson is a solid player. I think he'll actually do some decent
Yeah,
stuff
I-
here
I
down
think
the
so
line.
too.
But
But not this game.
don't gas him, brother. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't make me pull. Don't.
Yeah, no, let's just take your
Don't
3
do-
points and that's it. No more.
Bro,
chat,
what's the
nothing.
similarity
Give us
between him and Drogba? Without being
Nothing.
racist. Like, let's be
Yeah.
honest, bro. Jackson
comment.
just wants
This is
to
true.
run in
I have no
behind.
idea.
Right, he wants to run it behind like Nunez and Holland. Drogba was an expert back to goal striker.
And-
I think
and he
he
thinks
did
he
win
can
an
dribble
interview.
like Salah.
Are they the same?
He's from
national
Senegal.
team?
dribble like
From
Salah.
Senegal.
Oh, he's from Senegal. So
Yeah.
it's not even that.
Senegalese Mandem.
No.
I don't know.
I think
Like,
it was
again, without
that
being
he-
racist, other than
he
he
said
plays
that
for
he was-
Chelsea, what is it?
They play striker.
Fair. Okay. There it is.
No, it's just I think just Prem
Bro, you
fans
know what this
love
is?
to do this thing with this nationality, this culture thing.
Bro, you know
Where
what
they,
this is? It's-
when they
oh, sorry,
compared
sorry.
Mahrez and Salah, remember that? Just
Right.
because they were
Right.
Arab. Or they compared Son and Mitoma because they're
They're
both
Asian.
Asian.
Right, bro. When Liverpool signed Naby Keita, people were saying he's the new Conte. Similarity between these two players. There's these Europe, and I know this comes from Europe too. These comparisons. I don't even blame Chase. It comes from these Europeans. Any Asian is. Yeah,
Bro,
is-
it's like that in every
is the
sport.
same
Though. In
thing.
basketball, every white center is Jokic, and every like black center is Embiid, regardless of how they play. They could play the complete opposite. It doesn't matter. But
This is
no, I
crazy,
mean,
bro.
he said in one interview that he wants to be like Drogba, and I think people have just kind of run with it. I don't know why people. I mean, again, it was a
Lukaku
lose.
said the same thing.
I'm pretty
Well,
sure they take
Lukaku's
that
at-
to mean a legendary Chelsea striker.
Lukaku
Because
is
there's
much
no
more-
other legendary
Honestly,
Chelsea striker.
Can we
More
talk
similar
about
to
the
Drogba
fact?
than-
Can we talk about the fact that Mourinho taking Lukaku off Chelsea's books is probably the, like up there with the top things he's done as a Chelsea manager
Oh
or
yeah.
as a member of Chelsea?
really?
That's
Is it
yeah.
really?
That,
I don't know,
that's
man.
BS.
Oh,
That's
this
practically
is-
for confirmed for
I
those who
still
don't
remember.
know.
I still remember the stuff Chase was saying back in 2013 while Lukaku was on loan at Everton. You were horny as hell for him to come back because he was cooking, bro. He cooked for years.
Unfinished
I
business.
mean, let's be honest. Is Jackson better than Lukaku?
Yes.
Right now, I mean, yeah, Lukaku's not even a footballer. Bro.
Yeah,
He's-
Come on.
my man is.
Okay,
If you're
Lukaku,
talking about
Lukaku
overall,
on
it's
form.
not-
Lukaku
well,
on form.
No,
I mean,
he's
probably.
not.
no, he's not prime
Lukaku.
On
Lukaku.
what? Yeah, what Lukaku on form?
Yeah, no.
I was about to say,
He means prime Lukaku.
yeah, prime Lukaku.
Prime Lukaku, no. Prime
Hell
Lukaku's
no.
one of the best strikers in Premier League
Prime
history,
Lukaku
bro.
was destroying the league. What do
Yeah,
you
Prime
mean?
Lukaku literally, like, hey, so like, just so we're clear, Prime Lukaku is one of the best strikers in Premier League history. I think he had the best minutes to goals
Yeah.
ratio.
Oh,
I think he had the best minutes to goals ratio
was
all
a
time.
problem. Everton
Up until-
Lukaku was a nasty problem.
Up until he left United, I think he had the best minutes to goals ratio in Premier League history. Either him
He
or
was a
Aguero.
dog.
They were the two of them were up there.
listen, Aguero. Okay, I'm not gonna let Lukaku get in this conversation, man. I'm not gonna.
If we're
One
talking
of the
pure
best-
prime,
What are you talking about? You talking
No,
when you
yeah,
mean best? What do you
respect
mean?
Lukaku when he
Top?
was-
How many strikers are you
Goal
adding
scoring.
to the best?
how
How
many
many
goal scoring? His goal scoring numbers were among the best in Premier League history. That's what I'm
Cole
basing
and
it off.
Cole? Like, come on, bro. There's just two.
He had a better minutes to goals ratio than Cole, than Shearer, than Henry, than Suarez.
Let me.
It was
see.
him and Aguero.
Yeah,
Okay,
Okay,
pull
but
up,
it doesn't count one
we'll
part.
pull up the
Listen,
stats
that
right
doesn't
here.
count. Wait, it doesn't count though. If you just get a part of his career and he has that, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I
I
could
was
get a
talking
part of
about
his
prime.
career.
Like, it was from
Okay,
his
prime,
debut
man.
at Chelsea up
Prime,
until like he
let's
left
say-
to Inter. Like
Okay,
that's how good he was.
Even
That's
when he
what I'm saying,
returned
but
to
how
Chelsea,
can
he
you just
scored how
count?
many goals? 15 goals, right? When he returned to Chelsea.
Yeah, he scored goals. He's just a
He
cancer in the
scored,
locker
he
room.
scored more
Mm.
goals on that season that he after he did that interview.
You know,
than
I'm about to
any
say-
Chelsea player scored last
Right.
season.
What do you
Remember how
mean?
well he
What-
started that season too? Like Chelsea
Right?
were the favorites for the title after the first
Yep.
month or
Average
so.
had
Yeah,
what? How many goals
cooked
he had?
us.
Like 7.
Cooked us too
Yep,
at
that was
the
the top
man.
goal scorer. That's crazy.
He basically
Yeah.
scored more than twice as many goals as any Chelsea player individually last season.
I don't
That's
understand
crazy.
why everyone every single team that's being represented in this chat besides me struggled this weekend. I got the 3
man.
points. I got the 3 points on Friday too, so I was able to just chill all weekend.
Depends what you're
Every
talking
single
about.
one of you.
We're not
It
Bro,
was-
if
let
Chelsea
you run
went to
away with
St.
it.
James, if
Win or
Chelsea went to
lose,
St.
you know?
James's Park, you guys are getting cooked. All right, I just want to
Spain.
put that out there. You're getting
Spain.
cooked at St. James's,
My center back doesn't play dirty.
let alone a man down.
And my right back's 10 times better than Trent would ever be. When he's
What right
healthy.
back?
When he's
Yeah,
healthy.
who's this guy, bro?
Gusto, bro.
The guy spends more time
Yeah, what's his
first name?
partying
What's
in
his
Vegas
first-
than he
My
does
boy,
playing
my
for
boy,
Chelsea.
my boy got the Aubameyang wig on and stuff. I'm about to say, brother was.
What's Gusto's first name? Without
Malo.
Okay.
He's only like 19, by the
We'll
way.
fact check it.
We never heard of this guy.
Oh,
before.
good. He scored. He had one assist against
Either.
Luton Town.
He had
Oh.
2 assists.
Yeah.
He was
I don't know,
Oh,
man.
all
But,
right.
but it is what
We'll
it
get into
is.
the
Yeah.
Superb-
Let's get into our picks, man. Let's get into Yank picks for the week again.
Wait,
it's-
let Adrian talk about City game. First.
oh yeah, do we skip City?
Oh,
Damn.
no.
Yeah,
Can
alright,
we
we'll
can we keep
this-
them skipped?
Yeah,
Just
we
do 2 seconds.
Yeah, do your thing.
Shout out to Kyle Walker. Honestly,
Do you think Holland's washed?
not because no way.
He looked a
I
little
don't know if
shaky.
that was a joke.
Yes.
I don't care. If
I
he
think
just-
Darwin Nunez
I
would've
don't care
scored
how
more.
washed Holland looks as long as he scores. And that's all
Wait,
he-
Gene, I don't want you to get
Yeah,
away
that's-
with that. What did you say about Nunez?
Nunez would have scored more goals that game than Holland. If
Oh,
he had
okay,
the same
okay.
opportunity.
I thought you
If
said-
like,
Nunez
yo, that
was
game.
if Nunez was in
That's
the
how bad
Super
he was.
he scored more goals.
Shit.
Who knows?
Who knows at this point? Because this guy,
about
this guy gets 10 chances a game, a minimum. obviously not 10, but if you're getting 4 or 5 chances, clear chances a game, you score every
We're
game.
gonna cut the clip there. We're gonna cut the clip there to see if anyone actually listened to the podcast. And see if people get pissed
What's
off.
so funny is Haaland has had a bad start to the season, right? And he has 3 goals in 3 games. Like, that's just
I'm
the
not talking about-
standard.
That's the standard now.
This guy.
Yeah.
He's just,
No,
He could
there's
have
no
a horrible
standard.
game
It's just
scoring. Crazy.
if you
No, I'm not
put
talking
any
about you. I'm
striker
not-
in that position, if you put any striker
you gotta
in that
put it away.
position, come on. I'm
Then,
just
It's not
saying,
any
if-
striker. Jesus couldn't score more than 15 goals for City.
You're
Yeah,
comparing
but I
Jesus as a
missed those
striker. That guy
You said
is
any
He
striker.
can't. Win.
he's stinky.
He
So
said
who's
any
any
striker?
striker?
He
Who's
can't.
any
well,
striker
say-
that's
yeah,
good?
finishing.
Any striker
in the
that's
league.
good.
Okay,
Any-
any striker that
Any
put
clinical
Prime
clinical striker? Any
If
clinical
you play
striker?
any good striker, will get those numbers.
Yes, Prime Lukaku would score a lot in City. Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to say. It's not like something we've never seen.
It's-
If you put Drogba in that team, he's scoring those goals.
I'm just
You
saying
put anyone
clinical.
in
This
that
man
team-
said
I'm
good
sure he'll
striker.
score a lot. I mean, I
and
don't
he's
know. if
taking
they're
all the
gonna-
pens too.
But are
And
they?
he's
But are
taking all
they?
the pens.
But are they going to
fraudulent
score
ass
50?
penalties.
Are they going to get 50 though?
Right, and
I
Haaland
can
would be
tell you
less
30.
impressive.
I can tell you.
It would
I
be
can
less
tell you
impressive
Drogba
if
will get 30.
Haaland like was scoring like 20, a season before City, and then suddenly went to 50. But he's been doing this his whole career. His
Yeah.
No,
at
he
Dortmund,
has.
I think he left
I'm not
Dortmund with
saying
a
every
record of
performance.
like basically a goal a game, right?
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, his ratio is
Listen,
Um,
I'm not saying that he isn't that guy, because he is, obviously. But we gotta, if he's missing all these chances too, we gotta put that
But,
into
dude,
perspective.
it's all
you
like
know?
banter. Like he just won the treble. Like he's the best striker in the world by a wide margin. Like you can't say
Yeah.
he should score. Like I guess
I'm not
technically
saying
he should
he's
score more,
shit.
but like I mean, it's one
I'm
of those
just
things
saying,
that
if he played for a team that didn't get as most chances, if he played for Manchester United, he wouldn't get those goals that he gets at
Oh, of
City.
course.
Is what I'm trying
Yeah,
to
of
say.
course.
Okay, then.
Mhm.
I would agree with that too.
I can't get City's nuts out of my mouth because again, this is a performance
Cut the
that
clip right
pause. Get the pause in there.
there.
This is the performance of a team that is ultimately going to win, and I said it earlier, going to
Yeah.
win the whole thing.
And I don't think anyone will disagree with that.
But like, it's frustrating. Like, just drop a point here or there, man. Like, I bet on you guys to score 2 goals, so I'm happy that it wasn't this weekend. But I mean, Rodri, I said Player of the Year, and I really do think that he's in contention. Like, this guy is
And
just
Rodri.
consistently like
Sick
the shirt tucked in
bastard.
pisses me off. It's just like
Sick.
have some swag about you, you know?
Plain bastard.
He's old-fashioned, bro.
And
I
he's-
saw an
number 6.
interesting quote about that Rodri said after the game. He said he was talking about how Gundo's departure is actually allowing him to attack more.
He did take a
God,
bunch
how-
of shots.
God,
Because
how-
actually.
Kovacic is
Kovacic
sitting a bit more, right?
Very
Yeah.
strange. Yes.
Kovacic-
Yes. And that's something
Kovacic ain't gonna shoot.
that actually flew by me. Like I could have never imagined that we would allow.
But Rodri's out.
I
I feel like every time I watch a game, he takes a shot at least.
But
Like,
it's,
every
every
time
time
I
taking
won.
way more than
But
he's
he had-
ever
he
been.
has-
Like,
he's
the
had
most
way more
accurate
shots this
Rodri's
season.
ever been.
Yeah.
Like the fact Rodri was just in the box, like just waiting for the ball.
Yo,
in the
and what
box
a
in the
finish,
90s.
by the way.
Yeah, that was a
Left-footed,
finish.
rockets it into the corner. I mean, but it's just that like flew by my head. The idea that Rodri would be getting forward more. It's just like
Yeah, that
I
is
don't even know
interesting.
where did this come from?
God
you know,
help
especially
us.
for Kovacic, who, I mean, coming in, I wouldn't like flat out have said Kovacic is much better defending than Gundogan. Maybe I mean, I don't know. I thought of them as a similar type, but I didn't think that for sure that Kovacic was gonna allow.
I think it's because
Rodri.
Kovacic just more naturally takes up deeper positions,
Yeah.
and he
Also,
carries the ball.
doesn't enjoy driving like
The way
driving
that
the ball like
Kovacic-
anyone does.
Yeah.
The way
Since
he
we're
can
gonna
drive
count
with the ball
Chase-
is just crazy. Say it
Listen,
again.
Since we clown Chase for flexing the win over Luton Town, same thing. We can't have these guys flexing because they.
You've been
They
flexing Man
scored
United's
it.
performance
No,
for the
no,
last
no, no.
45 minutes.
No,
Oh,
you
Bruno,
don't.
Bruno's awesome. Oh, he's awesome. They beat fucking Nottingham Forest. It's the same shit.
Compare Forest to Sheffield. Which
God, here
team
we
is
go.
much
We're
worse?
comparing fucking shit to
They're
shit. Like,
basically-
come on.
Yeah, I agree
No,
with that.
chill. Sheffield
They're
is
just
a way
as
worse
bad.
team.
You know what's funny?
Come
They
on.
actually just
Sheffield
played
is.
each other, and the game was pretty tight. They needed a Chris
They're
Wood.
pretty much
That's
the
what I'm
same.
saying, like-
They're just as bad as each other. Let's be honest.
It's exhausting.
Sheffield
One team
probably
is
worse.
100% getting relegated.
Yeah,
One is not.
Sheffield.
Yeah,
The
I
other
think
one
the
is
Sheffield
too.
is worse. Yeah.
And
I
Sheffield
include-
got rid of Sander Burge. They're definitely worse. They're
Yeah, I'm
100%
including
Like,
worse.
Sheffield
say,
United in the worst team. Like Sheffield United and Luton Town are so
Yeah,
bad.
they are
Like,
the
are
worst
two
team.
championship.
But that's what I'm
teams.
saying. We were talking about
the
City's
Premier
defense.
They're not making out
of
the
how
hood.
They have their best defense in a while, and they're conceding a goal against Sheffield United.
Well, that was
You know
from
what
an
I'm saying?
individual
We
error,
have
though.
to. Okay, but we have to
Yeah.
call that out. The same way I'm calling out Chelsea for flexing a win over Luton Town, we have to call out the.
Well, I
winning.
think the
big
difference
guys.
with this is
I'm not-
like
I'm not
the
flexing
City
the win, I'm more
flex.
flexing
Yeah,
the-
if City
the-
are
I'm
flexing
not
it,
flexing. I'm not saying it's a
it's like the
flexing.
mentality,
I'm
you know.
not saying Adrian was flexing. I'm talking
You
about.
also have to
okay, saying,
understand
this
that
is
I've
what
been
winners are made of. Blah,
I've been
blah. I
dealing
agree
with
with
shit
that,
for a
but
long time, so to get a
come on,
win
this is-
means a
It's
lot.
against.
But I mean, Gene, the
Nah.
difference with that is we know City can play. Like we know how well City can play.
Mm.
Yeah.
So like any praise on this is just a damn. Like
But they
even
didn't have
when
a bad game.
Continuation,
Even when every-
continuation
no,
of the same.
no, but like the
because
thing is, like
truthfully,
even
we
when
should-
everything is written for them to drop points,
they
they
still,
still find a way to win.
they turn it up in the
That's
fifth
the thing
gear.
with City.
Yeah, like and
Yeah, I was
Go
gonna say,
ahead.
well, truthfully, like we should have won this game 3-4-0.
Yeah, you were all
That's
over
the
them.
truth, you
Yeah.
know,
without question.
I mean, we had a brain dead
Their
moment
keeper
from
played-
Kyle
their
Walker.
keeper
That's
had
why I was
an
gonna shout
amazing-
out Kyle Walker
Mhm.
because he had a brain dead moment. He
Mhm.
gave away the goal.
But
I don't
he
know what he
came-
was thinking.
Back
Gives
heel,
away
and
the
then
goal.
he played them on
the
side
back,
too.
yeah, the vacuum.
Yeah, I don't know.
Blame
It's
that
just-
my boy.
and we've known Kyle Walker has these brain farts in the middle
Yeah,
of the
he
match.
does have
Anyway,
them.
I don't get, he does, and he has that bozo gene that Trey was talking about earlier. But he did, but his reaction
The
to
Harry
that is
Maguire gene. man.
he actually, Kyle Walker actually
smoke
turned
right
into like
afterwards,
this.
right?
Yeah, he turned into
Turned
like.
up.
I mean, what's
Yeah,
it like?
he won
turned
the-
into Raheem Sterling on the right.
Yeah, he
And,
won.
like,
He
oh,
won.
yeah,
He won the
oh,
ball
yeah,
back.
he
He's very
did.
good on the
I was
right.
about to say he
Bro,
got the
when I
ball
saw
back in
him
a crucial
charge
moment
down
for the
like that,
assist.
Yeah, when I saw him charge down like that immediately after the goal, I was like, shit, like City's gonna win. Like,
Yeah,
it's like
Yeah,
they're gonna
it's like,
score.
where did this come from? I mean, I
Mhm.
think he even megged the man on the wing. Like it was
Mhm.
crazy.
Alvarez has to finish that too. That
Yeah,
was
plays the ball. Yeah,
criminal.
oh
plays
yeah.
the ball inside.
yeah.
Takes the touch off Foden and Rodri rockets it in, and Kyle Walker pretty much
Yeah.
made that goal.
Kyle Walker
And
went
that's
off
what
the,
pisses
off the
me
right
off,
hand
man.
side
Like-
and the guy slipped. Yeah,
Did
City,
anyone
I just-
really think they were going to tie that game when
no,
Nottingham or Sheffield
I
scored?
did.
Like,
Yeah, I
knew.
did at that
no.
point.
I'm not
Yeah,
gonna
I
It
was
was
like,
lie.
it's
so
late in
late.
the
I
game.
mean, it
Yeah, I
was
was like,
really
they're-
late. I mean, it was every possibility
As-
that we
You
were
knew
gonna.
they were going to
There
get
was-
3 or 4 more chances, though.
Yeah.
I like the.
I mean, Alvarez
you guys
bottled
With
feel
all the
like
time
that-
left, if it was a 95th minute goal, okay. But
Yeah, then that
This
was
new
dead.
time
if
thing,
you
like,
have them more than 5 minutes, they're gonna do something.
I mean, there
This
was
new
every
time
chance,
thing
but at the
has
same
been
time,
great.
Sheffield, like you said, Sheffield are trash. Like, I mean, they were gonna
Yep.
give us 1-2 more chances. Whether we were gonna take them was just
Yeah,
really a 50-50.
no, for sure.
Yeah.
All
We need.
depends
I
if
think
the
we
ball
need to
will
just
go
come
inside
to
the
a
net or not.
consensus that whoever finishes second in the Premier League is the real title winner, right?
I,
Because like
I-
City's
I-
just they're just not fair, and it's just
Yeah.
not fun, man.
I
It's
wanna.
not fun
I
having
wanna.
them
I
in
think
the
it's
league.
I think it's fun.
Yeah, with
Man, fuck you.
120 something allegations, of course it's easy
You know what
to,
I'm
Hey, it's
saying?
not my
to win
problem,
stuff
man.
like that.
on.
you know?
Listen, I'm not going to jail
You know?
if anything happens.
Even outside the allegations, man, I just need Pep to leave. Pep needs to.
Bro,
Leave.
facts.
I hate being in the same league as Guardiola,
He
bro.
wasn't even there this week, and they still.
Yeah,
he was
in
in.
the
He was in the
hospital, bro.
AirPods, man. He was in the
Look,
AirPods. He was still
you
there
know,
with motherfuckers, bro.
Phillips might leave. Mateos Nunez might come in. There's a good chance. So there's a lot of optimism. Right. at the
Fucking
moment.
optimism at City. With the,
Yeah.
it's always
A lot
optimism,
of
man. Fuck
optimism.
Right?
Can't wait to
Yeah.
watch Doku play. He hasn't even
Anything
get
less than a treble again is a failure for this team. So we could.
They need
Facts.
4.
Yeah, let's establish that now, right? Anything other than a quadruple is a failure
Sure.
season. Pep fraud manager.
Facts.
Yeah.
Facts.
Yeah. We
I'm ready for the
If
conversation.
we win the treble, we have to win the quadruple this season, or else our season's a failure.
Yeah.
Hey,
Man,
that's
we
words,
blocked.
not ours, right?
We,
Okay, ours too.
blocked
But
the
it's
six
yours.
double, baby. We blocked it. It's all good.
I don't know, man. It's just we're set up for failure if that's the standard. So.
I respect that trait.
We'll hold that one, man. We'll hold that one. We did something, David. We did something against these guys, bro. But let's get to the Yanks picks real quick. So again, the best team of the week, the best player of the week, the worst team, and the fraud of the week on the way. We'll start with Adrian. We'll throw it back to you. Just run through it real quick. All of your picks.
My best player of the week is it's gonna go to Darwin Nunez. I mean, he shut the haters up this weekend. I've never been a
Not me.
Nunez hater. I've never been his fanboy or a big supporter of him either. I've just kind of watched, see what happens. I didn't watch a lot of him before he went to Liverpool, so I had no idea what to expect when he went. But I mean, props to him. He came off the bench after he hasn't started a game for Liverpool this season. Comes off and scores twice, gets them the win, and under these extremely difficult circumstances. And that's really all there is to say. Like that was incredible, and
What a
I think he
player.
deserves it. Yeah, he deserves it. I would say my team of the week goes to West Ham again.
I mean, it's taking all my
Um,
picks.
I had to go West Ham again. It's just another game where we I think a lot of people didn't know what to expect from this one either. But most
Brady
I thought
was
they were gonna
the
lose.
whole season.
yeah, I think
West
I
Ham
think your
haven't
average
beat
person would
Brighton
have said it.
in the
Yeah, that's true.
West Ham haven't beat
That's
Brighton
true.
in the Premier League.
I think I read somewhere that West Ham had not defeated Brighton since
Really?
like
That's a crazy stat.
1992,
Yes.
something
Yes.
like that. Yeah, they
Yes.
were jinxed. They had a voodoo on them. But they got a 3-1 win. They were clinical. Bowen, Antonio, Benrahma were having a feast with Brighton's defense. I was gonna say most people probably would have thought Brighton were gonna win because Brighton looked one of the serious teams this year, and they probably still do. I'm not gonna be a super reactionary and say Brighton are trash or whatever, but no, West Ham. This David Moyes, that was a David Moyes masterclass. Throwback to his memes back in his Man United days. David Moyes
Good times.
It was the master plan won it. Nah, for real, for real. That's fair.
I would say the most disappointing team of the week goes to Nottingham Forest. I criticized them earlier. I said what I needed to say. I thought they were naive.
Over Newcastle? That's crazy.
Nah, I mean, let them cook. Let them cook.
I think a lot of people are gonna pick. We were gonna talk about Newcastle, but Nottingham Forest. I think they were super naive. They didn't do what they should have done after going 2-0 up against Man United, and they absolutely bottled it. They folded, and that's not what a team that's fighting relegation should be doing, especially when they were in the position they were. And then was it fraud of the week? Is the only one left?
Fraud of the week.
Yep.
My fraud of the week goes to the Spanish FA. Spanish culture sometimes. I mean, it's I think we spend a lot of time talking about this at the beginning of the podcast, but just the fact that the Spanish FA are everything surrounding them, they're willing to back out of UEFA. It's nonsense. And it's a shame that this incident is overshadowing the entire Women's World Cup. This is the main center. This controversy. It's taken away the moment of having won the World Cup for all of the women on the Spanish national team.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just it really goes hand in hand with all of the other things that have been going on in Spain as of recently with all the racism incidents, a lot of improper conduct in the football matches. It's just drawing so much negative attention to Spanish culture. It's not looking good for Spain right now. I mean, they got to fix up. I mean, something's not right in that country, and it's sad.
The water.
Yeah. Hold the paella, bro. Still,
yeah.
Lack of accountability.
Mm-hmm. For real, bro.
Very well
For
said,
real.
Adrian.
Very, 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 man. Let's go to Chase next, bro. Give us your picks.
All right, so team of the week. I originally had West Ham, but I'm going to change it to Liverpool, unfortunately. It always hurts to talk about another Big Six club. But just the fact, I mean, I was clowning, and we'll get to fraud of the week in a bit, little hint there. But, I mean, just the first 20 minutes or whatever could not have gone worse. And I mentioned that was kind of the start of a championship DVD kind of scenario. But, I mean, for Liverpool to not only get a point, but ultimately win that game was crazy. So I'll give the team of the week to Liverpool. Player of the week, no other option. I had this decided on Friday. I didn't care if Martial scored 6 goals in that game. It was always going to be Raheem the Dream. He's back. He looks like he did back when in the early Liverpool, Man City days, man. And this is kind of an aggregate of the last 2 weeks, because obviously you can't give it to him in a 3-1 loss to West Ham, but that this performance built off of what he did last week. Like, this is finally what we wanted to see, and I've been a big critic of him all last season. But him driving at players, having the end product, I mean, he was awesome. So, player of the week, Raheem Sterling. Disappointed team of the week, no other option. Arsenal, absolute joke of a club. Title contenders, as you like to say, but they're dropping points against Fulham. 10-man Fulham with that. So that was an easy one.
Don't worry, we'll see you at the stadium. We'll see you at the stadium when you buy a shirt. Don't worry.
No, London's blue. And then fraud of the week, I am going to give it to myself. I think I'm taking accountability. I think that's very important. Life lesson. That text message was bad. I forgot I sent it. If anyone didn't see it, I basically said that. I'll quote myself,
up on
but
our
I said,
Instagram.
yeah. I imagine Klopp looking to the bench and seeing Darwin Nunez sitting there with a bunch of laughy faces, and then
Insane jinx.
yeah, we know what happened after that. But so yeah, I'll hand up. I'm enough of a man to say fraud of the week is myself this week.
Respect, man. That's fair play. That's fair play. Gene, what you got?
So for best team, right?
Mm-hmm.
Talk about best team. Who can I choose here? A lot of. You think I'm gonna choose Liverpool?
I'm gonna say United against
Best
10 million
team?
Nottingham Forest.
Manchester United, best team of the week, man.
Nah, you're
What a
joking. Who's your
performance.
Who's
What
your
a
real team, bro?
It's United, man. What a performance. You guys didn't watch the game, obviously. I could tell none of you guys watched the game. Because if you watched after the first 4 minutes of the game, we played like fucking. We're demons in that pitch.
What year? What
Like
minute
that
did
devil
Forest-
reincarnation thing on Twitter that they were talking about. That's how they played. Yeah, I know you guys didn't watch the game because that's all, like that's how they work. I know specifically Shanko woke up in the 20 minutes when the
I
game
watched
was
I watched
over.
the the good parts. I started watching when you guys were 2-1 down.
But that's what I'm saying. But as soon as we conceded that after the first 4 minutes, it was just an amazing match to watch, man, and it gave me some type of hope into what could go on to the season.
This man is so shameless.
I'll give Liverpool an okay team of the week because I can't give them best team of the week. I'm sorry, I can't do that. I really can't. Player of the week. Can I even give it? I'm not gonna give it to Nunez, man. I feel like there's Rashford, man, at left wing.
God, man.
Rashford listen, that's
Don't show your
if you
bias
think-
or
if you
anything, man.
think-
God
if you
damn.
think
This is shameless
3 goal
activity.
contributions, if you think 3 like involvements in goals when you're down and you come back is you could look all you want, bro. You're mad Saka didn't do that for Arsenal. Saka
Hey,
did
chill
anything
out.
that Rashford did for you.
This is
You would
against
be-
a 10
you'd be
mad.
Nottingham Forest.
Not this week, but it's all right. We'll can it.
Huh?
What
He was
Adrian
cooking
said?
them way
And,
before.
man,
He was
Nottingham
cooking
Just
them.
so you know,
he was cooking them way
Luton
before.
Luton Town and Nottingham are only 3 points different in the table, and Luton has 1 less game played. So, you're clowning
Okay. We'll
Chelsea's
see.
performance.
Okay.
But, all right.
Okay. We'll see in the end of the season who's a
Keep
who's
going.
a worse
Keep
team.
going.
Oh, we'll
But
see this weekend.
Again,
Let's see this
Rashford, man.
weekend. Let's see what Rashford does.
I gotta give it to him. Listen, Ten Hag listens to our pod, bro. I told him last week I need him at left wing, and look what happens. He plays left wing,
Rashford
man.
player of the week. Oh my god, bro.
Again,
No,
you
this
didn't
is
watch the
shameless,
game.
man.
You think-
That's the same guy who last week had Onana player of the week in a 2-0 loss against
You can say, listen,
You
I have to
tried
say
hard.
something because none of you guys watched the match. You guys didn't watch the match. I have to say something. What you think out of the,
You saw
the
Rashford's
biggest club in the
contributions,
world?
bro.
You watched the highlight. Okay, if you watched the whole match,
saw the
you
entire
wouldn't-
second
you wouldn't
half.
talk about- Bruno would be is a second, but that's what I'm saying. You didn't watch the whole first half. Obviously you can't say anything.
So what
You
did
know?
he do that was so revolutionary in that first half? Other than he cut back to Ericsson, we all saw that goal.
He played, bro. He played. He performed. That's what he did.
Shameless.
Okay. Next, worst team. I had to go Newcastle, man. I can't choose any other team to. You're up a man within the first 30 minutes of the game. A team loses a red card. You're up 1-0 at home, and you lose the game. Like it can't be another. You can't put another team as a worst team when. After even Everton, we could shout out Everton for being shit still, but you know
I
what I'm
can't.
saying.
I can't pick them 2 weeks in a row. I was thinking that.
So
when I
that's
came.
what
Why
I'm
not, bro?
saying, like,
Pick him
I-
6, 10.
Nah, like Newcastle, I just have to put them there. There's just nothing to talk about. And fraud of the week, you guys are gonna love this. I'm gonna go with the same thinking as Mr. Chase here did last week. He gave a certain player from Liverpool fraud of the week, a player that scored and contributed another goal, Jota, for having a stinky performance, what he did. So I'm gonna think the same way he did and give Jackson fraud of the week for just playing absolute
You're
terrible
talking about not
football.
watching a game. I know you
Bro,
didn't watch the game at
terrible
fucking 3 o'clock on a
listen,
Friday.
that I did. And Jackson, every time he touched the ball, it literally looked like what we'd make Darwin Nunez, like we'd make fun of Darwin Nunez for, like his decision making and his or even like Jota when he gets the ball, tries to do a 1-2. Oh my god, that guy looked like Kai Havertz passing behind the heel, doing this and that.
Journalist
I have a question.
He got
Integrity
lucky.
shot.
He got lucky. He got away
I have an
against
interesting
one of the
question
worst
here.
teams of all time.
Is Jackson better than João Felix?
No,
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Oh,
For what he's asked to do, yes. Also, do we all value foot mob ratings? Yeah.
Sometimes.
Not really.
Yeah,
I value what I see.
personally.
I value what I watch, not what the ratings.
Jackson 8.5. Let's go to Manchester United. Best team in the world. Best player on the team. Marcus Rashford 7.8. FootMob sponsor us, but that's what 7 points difference.
I can
So-
rock
That's
with
what you-
my
if that's what
sponsorship,
you-
but
if
nothing
that's
else
what
from
you
that
do,
statement.
Yeah. If that's what you see when you watch, that's how you look at football. You look at what numbers they put on top of a player. Hey,
Yeah.
you can
Unless-
vote. That's not how I do
unless-
it personally.
Unless it's coming from
Personally.
FootMob, but then that means I'll do it every time out. Shout out to FootMob, man.
Oh yeah,
Shout out to the
if
sponsor.
we get sponsored, that's
Don't
different.
kill,
But other
don't
than
kill the
that, I'll
business
give it
for
to-
the start.
I'll give it to Nick. I'll give it to Jackson. That's for the week. Just because I'm just going off what Chase did. I'm not saying that that's how I rate players. I'm just going off how Chase rated Jota
Don't
last week.
stoop to his level,
doing
bro.
the
What are you
same thing.
doing?
I'm just doing it. I'm just giving it to him. You know.
Gotta rise
How
above
he
hate
likes
like
it.
John Cena
Pause.
said, bro.
Facts, bro.
Right. Shay, I'm about to say, Phil, let's go to you, bro. Let's go to you, though. What's your picks?
All right, so not gonna lie, I'm pretty confused with the order. I thought we were starting player of the week.
Yeah.
But I'll do
We'll do
okay.
it
So
all
player of the
impulsive.
week, I did have my boy Darwin Nunez.
Of course.
But I'm gonna switch it up just because we've already talked about him a lot, and Adrian had him. So shout out to Jose Sa, who had an excellent game at Goodison
Good
Park.
pick. Good pick.
This narrative that's developing this season of Everton having a high XG, losing games 1-0. I love it. I love it. It's just such a beautiful symphony, you know. It's art, and I wouldn't have it any other way. If they get relegated like this, as opposed to getting smacked up every week, they did get smacked last week actually by Villa. But if they get relegated because they keep underperforming their XG, and the other team's keeper has a blinder like Leno did in the first match, and then Jose Sa did this match, I would love it. Did you guys see Sa's save off the line? It might
Yes.
already be
yeah.
save of the season.
Crazy.
I
But
would
before, I'm sorry, Shenko. I hate to do this, but this guy was talking about ratings. FootMob, when he gave Jota Fraud of the Week, 8.5. By the way,
man of the match, bro.
Why are we pulling up old
8.5.
shit?
I'm just saying.
You know, I don't
because
remember what I said 40,
But we
20
could go.
minutes ago.
But we could go back to Shenko. I just wanted to.
Chase was stinky with that, bro. We all know. Team of the week. So even though someone already said them, I this one I couldn't change. It's West Ham. They were just so impressive. I mean, I've talked about Liverpool enough. West Ham impressed me from start to finish the whole match. Liverpool still had a stinky opening 25. But I've talked about Liverpool enough. Yeah, West Ham, just an amazing, like Adrian said, David Moyes masterclass. I know a lot of West Ham fans wanted him sacked at several points last season, maybe even in the summer actually.
Yeah.
They didn't think he was the guy to take him to the next level, and who knows, maybe he's not. But he's putting as good a case so far this season as he possibly could. Just really impressive start. Not many teams are going to go to the Amex and do Brighton like that. Just expertly all the way around. Areola made, I think, something crazy, like at least 7 saves. I forgot the exact number. He had a terrific game. The midfield, Alvarez, Paqueta, Ward-Prowse, excellent. And then we already talked about Benrahma, Antonio, and Bowen. Just from back to front, just a clinic in counterattacking football. Most disappointing team, I hate to add on to the misery, but it's Arsenal.
Yeah, no,
I
guess, huh?
I just couldn't believe
We didn't clown them enough. By the
when
way.
Paulinho scored that goal. I just couldn't believe what I was seeing. Just at home, early in the season, you just had the high of coming back from the earlier, the Saka/Ramsdale mistake in the first half. Worked so hard getting the pen, and then Nketiah scoring. It just it seemed like the type of game Arsenal had last season, where, like you said, they concede early, but then the momentum of the Emirates just carries them through and they win. So to get that draw, especially against 10 men, it's just so disappointing. Like I was disappointed watching it as someone who wants to see a good title race, because we also with City, we all knew City was just gonna keep winning, and it's a bummer, man. But now to the main event, fraud of the week. There can only be one clown. Probably the most embarrassing assistant manager.
Man, you stole my pick. You stole my pick. You stole my pick.
Jason Tyndall, you are a clown. You are a
pick.
clown. I wish that image of Klopp shushing you was not photoshopped. I wish he really did that because you deserved it. I wish the whole bench came and shushed.
Wait, that was Photoshop?
Clown.
Yes.
Yeah, bro. You can see. You can
it's
see in
Photoshop.
the bag. There's a Lewis Visuals written on there. That's the guy who
Dude,
did
they're
it.
so good with the
Shout out him,
Photoshop
man.
nowadays.
Amazing
Like,
Photoshop. Yeah, shout out
I
Lewis
wanna
Visuals.
see it. I didn't even know. For a
Photoshop.
second
Like
that
I
was
even looked at
Photoshop.
it again afterwards to try and like see it, and I was like, this looks so good.
Let me look it up. There's no
Yeah,
way
you gotta
that's
watch out
real.
for people like that, bro. Who knows what they'll be
That's
conjuring
crazy.
up.
Can we shout out
Um,
Villa? I feel like we didn't give him a little shout out. I know.
Oh, I gotta go back
I
to
was-
Jason Tyndall, man.
Oh, I
Yeah,
thought you
I was
were-
gonna
okay.
show him
so
some
this-
love, but you give
So
me.
this clown, who do you think you are, man? Sit down.
Insane.
You're a clown. You manage. You're assistant manager for a clown club. All the respect to Newcastle fans. I don't mind the Geordies. It has to do with oil money in the Saudis. But I don't like Eddie Howe. I don't like Tyndall. Clowns, fraud of the week. Game, set, and match.
So my damn pick.
Repeat it.
I was
Repeat it. He
ready.
deserves it. Go on another
Yeah,
rant.
Yeah,
And look at the camera again, bro.
I'll go back. I'll go back in on it again, probably. But let me see. Player of the week. There was definitely a lot of good players, definitely in contention. I think unmentioned player who had a really good game. Matty Cash had a brace out of nowhere. I was like, what the fuck? Like, you know what I'm saying? Aston Villa had a really, really good game against Burnley. You know what I'm saying? Like, again, Burnley again newly promoted, but I still think a dangerous side. So them putting again another good performance together and bouncing back from again just
Tough
some
matchups for them. In the beginning.
some embarrassing score lines, some tough matchups. Again, like I said beforehand, I think Villa are going to kick on well, and they're doing just that. You know what I'm saying, and doing what they should, handling business and incorporating new players very well. Diaby had a really good game again.
What a start, dude.
Yeah, Diaby's just been firing. Zanolio's getting included in there. He had some minutes as well. So I think Villa are going to kick on. So they had some good. Yeah,
Zanolio?
Yeah,
I
Zanolio.
was gonna let it slide.
No. I mean,
Who's Zanolio, bro? Who was that?
Nico Zanolio from
Yeah.
Zaniolo, bro.
Oh, Zaniolo. Damn, my fault. Bro, I got the freaking rest of it.
I said Bobby Zamora.
Listen, to add to that, I think I saw Villa have the most points in 2023 in the Premier League.
After City.
Yeah,
Yeah.
how crazy is it the way that we're talking about Newcastle and Villa now compared to just last week? Like the whole way that
That's the Prem,
the
man.
narrative
Yeah,
completely
Villa's 3
switched.
points ahead of
That's the
Newcastle
prime,
now.
The swings,
But we
man.
didn't say Villa were dead meat though. We knew that was like
But they got
we
touched.
said
Yeah,
that we're still we knew they were gonna still play well. We didn't say they were dead meat.
And
don't think
I
they're still
said after that game, it seemed like
Nah.
Villa was still in preseason mode, like they weren't fully
Yeah.
fit.
Yeah,
Everything
yeah,
was
yeah,
fully
yeah.
match fit.
It felt. I feel like it felt unfair because I feel like they played really good in spells in the Newcastle game. I feel like they
The
played
first half was
very,
even,
very
yeah.
well.
It just kinda opened up at the end.
Even Sir Alex said that. Even Sir Alex like, I was just surprised by the scoreline, but the Villa were playing very, very good football and a lot of different patches of that game, even though the scoreline didn't reflect it. I think they'll be fine. I think they're gonna do good this season. So the respect to
Unai's
them.
at the wheel, man.
Hey
Unai's
man,
at the
listen.
wheel.
It might not be a second season syndrome. He might have enough to get over that hump for real. So you know,
be an Arsenal thing, yeah.
credit. Hey, listen, relax. So yeah, I mean, of course, Villa had a good game. Liverpool, of course, did what they did. I think Spurs. It was Bournemouth, but they did handle business very well. But I think my best team of the week has to be West Ham. Crazy. I think the expectation was they were going to get pumped. Most likely, probably get a goal back by a set piece or something like that. But what they displayed was
continues.
very, very. Nah. We can call a spade, bro. Listen, I can be very, very honest about that. I was honest from the jump, especially when the signings started coming in, bro. I had to get honest real quick. But
this guy with the signings, man.
I'm gonna run until I die, bro.
Where's Wolfie, man? Wolfie's a West Ham fan, right?
Facts, bro. Hey, Wolfie to cook this guy.
I said I apologize to him on the timeline. I told him I apologize. I already said that. But West Ham again put on an absolute clinic in terms of holding the nerve, being compact, and just absolute vicious clinical nature when it called for it on the counter. Again, some very, very fantastic plays. You know what I'm saying? You got what's the name? Mikel Antonio looking like a man rejuvenated, like he stepped in a Lazarus pit. He's a brand new man. You know what I'm saying? Just wonderful
Get him
stuff.
tested.
Yo, like
Get him
he's
tested,
also
bro.
33. Like he's playing like he's 23. Like it's ridiculous, bro. Crazy. Good finishes, great play all around. Just
Richarlison is crying.
yeah. Oh yeah. 100%, bro. This man might need to go back to 50 fellas and talk more shit, bro. It's looking long for Richarlison.
I believe in you, Richarlison.
Yeah.
Please.
But the best team of the week in West Ham also coincides with the best player of the week, I think, in Jared Bowen. I think he scored the goal of the weekend. Just absolutely. I think he's in the situations where, you know, it may seem that West Ham had their backs against the wall. He almost always comes good. He's always one of those differential players that puts them over the line or brings them back in the fight. So for doing what he did against a really good Brighton team, man, I think he deserves that player of the week shout from my end. I think he put on a very, very solid performance. Let's see, worst or most disappointing team of the week. Unfortunately, I'll pull a card out of Gene's book, and I'm gonna say my own team. I'm gonna say Arsenal this week. It's just the individual mistakes and the tale of the two boxes. You got to lock in and you got to focus. We have to pick it up. And I'm not saying it because of whatever structural thing. I think all those other things will come good. But in games that we need to see out, we have to. You know what I'm saying? We have to do what's required, whether we're playing 3-2-2-3, you know what I'm saying, 1-2-8, I don't know, whatever formation, add whatever numbers up you like. At the end of the day, we got to focus and lock in, and the fact that we didn't makes it very disappointing how that game was. I was literally running around my house after the Nketiah goal like crazy, and then to see that as I'm eating the rest of my breakfast, that Paulinho go in, I'm like,
you spit it all out.
No, I was eating my damn breakfast. I wasn't gonna spit that out. I made that shit. No,
he just had visions of him getting cooked on the podcast.
It was just very, very disappointing. That coincides with what a lot of what Phil was saying. So I agree with that. And I gotta double down, bro. Fraud of the week has to be Jason Tyndall. You do not be the most visible assistant coach in the league and do all this boneheaded stuff. You went straight to club and got humbled within a matter of 4. Like, come on, bro. There can't be any other direct line of fraudulence than that. You stepped up and you was stretching people in their face, bold face and everything, and you got clown, bro. You got embarrassed at your own spot. Not even Eddie Howe wanted to see you, bro. If I was Eddie Howe, I would have smacked you back and get your ass back inside, bro. Why you out here?
Eddie Howe was a clown too, bro.
Bro, he enabling this. He letting Jason run out like this. Listen.
Is there a possibility that he wasn't like sushing? Like, there's no way he actually was doing.
He was looking that
like,
way.
There has to be just like the
if it wasn't to Klopp, it was to
it was just to
the
that
coaching
side,
staff, like the Liverpool coaching staff.
The other staff in
Because I don't know if you
general.
remember during the live feed, you saw Klopp get really angry, like start like trying to run over to the Newcastle bench. I think it was in direct response to that.
Yeah. Listen,
I need it.
Jason.
We heard something from Klopp. I didn't watch the interviews after the game.
Jason Tyndall running around like he Pac. We cannot do this, bro. He had to get humble.
Good publicity. He's the only assistant manager that's ever been this relevant in.
And what does that
get?
Not
good publicity for him. Yeah, I feel like that can only.
What, he's Instagram famous.
He's getting attention. He's getting attention.
Merch or something.
Right? Yeah, he's getting a sponsorship with Nike or something.
Yeah,
there's a reason he keeps doing this clown thing. You know,
it's because he's a clown.
No.
It's because
he wants attention.
He need to lay back and be Luigi, bro.
There's
Let Hal be on the
things
you
that
know
you
what I'm
don't.
saying?
That's not good attention. He's not getting erased for this.
But yeah, 100%.
That guy just he just beams out main character syndrome. Like he is, like he thinks he's the main attraction every Premier League game. Right, racing Eddie Howe to shake the other opponent.
Cutting right in front of
he's
pushing Eddie Howe out the way. Just
embarrassing.
Like, come on, get that out of here, bro. Humbled.
I'm still very surprised.
Embarrassed.
I'm very surprised that we didn't have majority of people getting Liverpool best team of the week. That would have been my choice if I wasn't a United fan. I'm sorry. I'm surprised that all of them.
And I think
West Ham across board.
They were definitely a second. They were definitely second for me. I'm about to say, but the way West Ham handled it, I feel like everybody expected Brighton to like put them under pressure.
Okay, yeah. Imagine now if Brighton were up 1-0 first 20 minutes, then West Ham get a red card, and then they still beat.
Yeah, that's
Brighton.
true.
That's what Liverpool did.
That's
you know what I'm saying?
true.
That's crazy to me. I don't know.
That's
I mean, as the Liverpool fan of the pod, like I could create a narrative to give these awards to a Liverpool player or the team like almost every week. So I try to leave that to you guys, you know. And
that's what I'm saying. But you're getting the respect. No one, you guys didn't watch the Manchester United game. What am I gonna do? I have to do something. I have to throw something in. This guy's saying that Bruno's not a real footballer. Like, come on.
Okay, that's crazy.
That's his opinion. That's
nonsense, bro.
All right, yeah, but real quick, let's get to this quick little previews and bold predictions for game week 5, just before the first international break of the season. Got a couple of standout things around here. I'm seeing Brighton Newcastle, probably the biggest standout game. Oh, second biggest standout game.
What are you saying?
What the?
Oh shit!
I'm
looking down. I'm looking at the calendar. Damn, bro. Let me scroll.
Bro.
Let me scroll.
Bro, you should have that fixture. You should have that fixture implanted in your brain.
I'm repressing. Let me repress, bro. There's hoodoo behind that.
About that fixture.
No, you want me to stress?
I'm not gonna let this guy.
I love my life. I like my life. I don't want to stress about this damn fixture all the time.
So you're gonna remember
I'll wait till 3 days before.
The last game Man United played against Arsenal at the Emirates.
Right, that joy.
Watched it at City Walk, Trey.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
We watched it at City Walk.
Yeah,
at the Premier League Fan Fest.
We was definitely on the NBC, you know what I'm saying, channels for that. You definitely saw this afro celebrate like a motherfucker, but that's
Check out
beside
the
the point.
Full-Time Trip YouTube channel for that vlog.
Yeah, fantastic
That was a
vlog.
great
Definitely.
day, great experience.
That was a very, very fun day. But
Lucky ass game, man.
Yeah, well, lucky we were pumping. Nah, never mind.
Ketia had 2 goals in a game. That's lucky, bro.
That's not lucky. He's in the right position, and we were pumping y'all. No, I'm not gonna get it. That's the pass. That's the pass. That's an old game.
Bold predictions.
Come on.
Go on.
Yeah,
Go on.
come on.
Bold. I don't want
Come
bold
on,
predictions about
Ketia,
that
man.
game specifically.
No, just
Well,
your
it
bold
has to be in
prediction.
your bold predictions. What you're gonna bold predict?
It's in my bold prediction. So I mean, I'll go
I think
first
it
if
should
you
be.
want.
I think we should all just do
I'll
bold
go.
predictions for this one.
For that
game
one match?
right?
Oh, for that one.
Well, this is gonna be my bold prediction. Period. Like, because I had this one.
All
So Anthony will score at the Emirates, but
He's a big game player, man. That's not even
Arsenal
bold.
will still win this game.
That's your bold prediction. Arsenal win.
You turn it. You
No,
turn it into
Arsenal
Phil.
Arsenal win the game, but Anthony scores.
Okay, but if you get one of that, we're not gonna give it to you. You're gonna be dead last.
No, that's
Just
fair.
how-
It's fair. It's pretty
Okay,
specific,
okay.
so it's
Yeah, he
pretty
needs
specific.
both.
It's pretty bold. I need
Yeah,
both.
I'm not
when
gonna
you
give you a
make
hat
two-
for that.
Yeah, let's make a rule. When you make 2 predictions in your prediction, getting one of them is worse than getting 0. Like you have to get both. You know, like you're
Yeah.
adding the.
Yeah, it's the double stakes.
Unless
double
it's
stakes.
what if it's a
Alright.
very bold prediction though? Because I feel like he's like
A very bold
Well,
two
if it's
points?
very bold, you
Like
don't
kind
need
of
to
how
add the
you,
second
yeah.
one.
It can
kind of
stand
how,
on its
no,
own.
but kind of how you said it, like the brace and win by 1 game.
I
like
added that second
was-
one to make it harder because I thought you guys wouldn't be satisfied by just the brace. So I added
Nah, that's crazy.
another variable.
Okay. No, but if it's something like that, I won't make it. If you get one of those right, to me that's kind of crazy. So, but Arsenal victory and Anthony goal, that has to hit 100. Oh,
Okay, fair.
that's going that
I'll take
last.
But if just Anthony scores though, I'll be impressed. But 'cause
He's a big-
that's a
big
And I'm
player,
sure
goal,
the
man.
viewers. I'm sure the viewers will.
Scores
Too.
against Barca, City, Arsenal.
How many away goals has he scored against a big club?
I don't know how many goals he scored away in.
That's what I'm saying, right? That's why it's a bold. That's a bold prediction.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. I was about to say, yeah.
Who's gonna try something on this game? Chase, you want to throw a bold prediction in this game? You want to throw into another one?
I got another one.
Okay,
Yeah, I had another game too.
go for
Is
it.
Chase gonna go?
I have only or maximum 1 goal in Brighton versus Newcastle.
Yeah, snooze fest.
1 goal max.
That's crazy.
0-0
You're
or one-
expecting a red card.
either 0-0 or 1-0 for one team. I think that this is.
That is
I
bold.
mean, we always think these are the games that this is the one game. If you beside even I think more than United and Arsenal that I circle a game that I want to watch. I get all excited. It was like Man City Newcastle 2 weeks ago, and it was a snooze fest. I think this is gonna be the same thing.
That's on you, bro. I would never circle a City game as a.
Yeah, now this
City-
season, yeah.
City
City's
Newcastle.
boring as
After
hell
we
right
saw
now.
City do the week before, Newcastle do the week before. I thought it was gonna be fireworks. So 1 goal or less in the Brighton Newcastle game.
Okay.
All right, I'll
Janko,
do
you got another
mine because
game?
mine's probably not. I feel like you two are probably Arsenal United, right? So mine is Darwin Nunez will bag another brace this weekend.
Who do you guys
Man,
play?
against Villa.
Aston
Villa at home.
Anfield.
A dead defense, man. But okay, we'll go with it. That's
possible.
They got a Spanish
That's tough
international.
though. That's a tough.
Yeah,
That's
I
not
don't, I
an
don't,
easy.
I don't know how sturdy
Yeah.
Villa, like how fully sturdy Villa's defense is
But
yet.
still, to score 2 goals back to back is not easy.
Yeah, it's not easy.
Thing to do.
Yeah, that's still pretty bold.
It's bold.
I can get that up. I can get that up.
I need to go after Trey again because I need to make sure it's
Yeah,
completely
so
different from whatever.
yeah, no. I mean, you can go because I'm still trying to think. I have one non. I have one
you
non
go
Arsenal
first,
United
I go
one.
after you. I
Okay,
will
so
not go after you.
we're both going in on this game.
Yes.
Okay, damn. This
No,
is,
we gotta
I know,
go bold.
we got
man.
we got to.
You got to be bold, Trey. Say something about the German in the midfield.
No, bro,
Dude,
I know.
something, man.
I
Do it.
Yeah,
I know you want to.
hilarious.
And not just 1 goal. I want Kai brace.
Oh
wanna
my
hear no-
No, let's let him
goodness.
cook. Let's let him cook.
Nah.
Let's let him cook. I know he has something.
Nah, that would be actually insane if he bags one. This is tough because there's a lot of variables in this bitch because Jesus is back, so I don't know if he's gonna start. He could start. I don't know if that might fuck up my
He
Nketiah
has to
prediction.
start.
Yeah, if he's there. I about to say.
Jesus has to start. He played like what, 15 minutes?
Oh, I'll tell you what. From lone 6, Declan Rice will get his first goal for the Arsenal. He'll score against United. He'll get a big one from the lone 6. And I'm about to say, and we win.
That's it.
Two goals.
I give him that.
That's a bold prediction.
And we win 2-goal margin. 2-goal margin. I'll give you that.
Ooh.
We win by 2 goals. We win by 2 goals.
We're cooking.
We win by 2 goals.
Okay.
Declan Rice goal. He's off the mark.
Oh, he
I'll
really
give you
wants
that.
that 007.
The way that I know that anything I predict for United is gonna go down the drain.
I don't want to predict any of this because the opposite gonna happen. I don't want to do this.
He
So
knows
predict
Like, I don't
Rashford super hat trick.
I can't
for
predict
United.
any, even a right. Listen,
a super
to
hat-trick.
me, if I predicted Rashford to score a brace, to me that's bold. Because going to the Emirates against Arsenal is never gonna be an easy game. Fuck, this is tough, man. I need to. I want to say
He needs to twist it in a positive.
But that's
way for
crazy.
Man
Like, that's
United.
gonna be a
bold,
random
man.
I was gonna
Be
say.
bold.
No,
That's
I
gonna
know
be
it.
a Man United bias prediction.
I don't know what left back is gonna play if it's Dalot again. I don't know what's gonna happen too, man. But
Marcos
listen,
Nah, I'm saying right now, if Dalot starts against Arsenal, you're getting cooked. You're
Alonso.
losing if he starts. You need AWB.
Yeah.
no, Dalot's gonna play left back.
Either way,
We
he
don't
probably
got
gonna
left
get.
Oh, Shaw injured?
Yeah, Shaw's out. Shaw's out. Shaw's out for time.
He didn't play last week.
Yeah, that's why they're getting
AWB and Dalot were playing.
Yeah. I think
I wanna
AW
put
be
something
fine,
in
but
that
that was
game,
getting
man.
burnt. That was getting deep fried.
Listen, there's gonna be a missed pen. I'm gonna add 2. There's gonna be a missed pen in that game. That's
Better
tough.
not be by
bro.
Bruno. Better not be. I need him from FPL,
That
man.
means it's only either Bruno or
Okay,
Saka
fuck
for
it.
this
United are gonna beat Arsenal by more than 2 goals at the Emirates.
More than 2.
Yes.
Wow,
Mm.
more than 2.
Two
Not even
or
two.
more.
Three
Two,
goals.
two or
Two
more.
or
Okay.
more.
I was about to say.
Two or more still.
Yeah,
Yeah.
at the Emirates. 2 or more at the
more
Emirates.
goals.
And that's a throwback to Jay Lings, bro. Millie
Yeah.
rocking at the Emirates.
Piece of
Listen,
shit,
I
bro.
don't. That's as bold
Whatever
as I
it
can
is,
get. I
it's
can't
gonna
throw
be-
any. I can't throw any player in the fire. Nothing. But two
It's the
or more
social
goals.
media. It's the social media classico. It's the
Nah,
Oh yeah,
for-
the way I want to
this is- this
reinstall
is-
Twitter just for this match.
This is
Nah.
this is now the. I mean, well, it's been for a few years, but it's the biggest London derby,
Me-
bro. I ain't gonna lie to
Me
you.
and Trey.
Hey, that's my joke,
and-
man. Don't say my
Me and
joke.
Trey. Listen, we watched this game at my house last year
Yeah.
together
And
with
that-
Phil.
I was
And that was a
But it was
curse.
at Old Trafford.
And that was a
That
curse.
was-
Anthony Masterclass. That was his debut, right?
And there's
Yeah, that
mostly
was
fireworks
debut.
in this fixture too. So
I was about to say, and that day I figured out Gene's dog was United through and through, bro. Dog was trying to assault me for being in there. I was like, damn. Bro.
That or racism, bro. Pick your
No,
poison.
he's 100.
No,
He's
he was there
100%
too.
racist, man. No, he's racist, man.
Oh.
I had to take him to some training or something. That guy,
Sensitivity,
Diversity
dog training.
training,
That's
man.
insane.
crazy, man.
No,
Dogs
bro.
are
Okay.
dogs are worse than humans, man. It's crazy.
Okay, those are the picks though. Those are the picks. I can't believe you baited me into making a pick on this game, bro. I'm actually gonna be.
Yeah, you had to. It was
I'm gonna
obligation.
Listen,
be,
I had
I'm gonna
to,
be
bro.
triple nervous.
Two,
Triple nervous in this game.
I had to, bro. Throw something into the fire, bro. Cause
Nah, I love it. I
That's-
love it.
Hey man, all right.
listen, the
Gotta
same
do
way
it.
Liverpool and Chelsea are dead game. The complete opposite with United
Yeah.
against freaking
And
Arsenal.
bro,
Complete
oh
opposite.
man, that Labor Day Monday is going to be hilarious. Oh my goodness. Either
maybe not for you though.
yeah,
But
no, it might. Yeah, no. It's gonna be hilarious. Might not be for me. I'm just saying it will be.
Is there
in
any scenario
case.
that they could both come in happy? No, right? Because Arsenal need to win.
No,
Right.
No.
So,
there's no scenario. Somebody's
there's no
gonna be
there is no
If we
scenario
tie, we'll be
when
happy.
but
I
not
won't
Trey.
be. I
No,
won't
Yeah,
be.
Arsenal need to win.
There's no
I think Man United fans will be content with a draw.
Yeah.
content. I'll be
And draw the Emirates is a
We
great
have-
result.
I'll be very happy with the draw at that moment. If we win,
That's a great result.
I'll be in
Well,
cloud
logically,
nine. Man.
logically, yes. Not.
Yeah.
I mean, you lose the bragging rights to the fans, I guess. But this is just the fans. You know.
Yeah, but it's a long season, and you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, you know United
They
fans
take
would
that.
absolutely take that draw
They would
because they'll
take
just be because those be
Banter.
slamming Arsenal's title hopes.
Yeah.
Like that would be so much joy.
Like we trying to help stop y'all rivals, man. Like never mind, that's another question for another day. But all right, that's fair. Those are we'll get those predictions. All right, man. With that being said, that's pretty much all we got on the notes. Before we get up out of here, we can give a quick closing statement to everybody. Chase, man, what's popping, man? Give us your closing statements.
I'm in a good headspace. I don't want to be too combative this weekend. I don't want to clown anyone. I just want to go in, handle the business against Nottingham Forest a lot better than Manchester United did.
A lot better.
You get out of it. So that's all I want. Nothing, I want to be at peace this weekend. So let's all have a good weekend of footy.
Fair, man. Adrian, closing statements.
I believe the Champions League draw is this week.
Yes, on Friday.
Even more
no one
peace for
cares.
me then.
Forgot I
Oh,
don't
no,
care about
it's
that.
on Thursday.
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 Probably same day.
Nah,
Probably the same day. So I'm looking forward to that. I'm sure that Trey and Gene are also looking forward to the Champions League draw. And I'm sure we're going to be discussing a lot of Champions League on the pod very soon. So I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to the final days of the transfer window. Who knows what could happen? Things just come out of nowhere. I'm still looking forward to City, who they're going to bring in for that midfielder spot. So let's hope.
Can't wait for Salah to leave, man.
Could be maybe Mo Salah to Saudi Arabia. Who knows?
No way. There's no way.
We need
Not this
inject
summer.
it. Inject it. Here we
They're
go.
obsessed. I've seen that they're obsessed with the idea of having Salah.
Yeah, they're obsessed, but there's just absolutely no way the club would sell Salah with 3 days left in the transfer window. It's absolutely no
The
chance.
Saudi window's open for another 3 weeks.
That's right.
Yeah, but Liverpool are the ones who couldn't.
Liverpool
Yeah,
have time
for
to
Liverpool, it
find-
ends in 3 days, and they couldn't sign anyone. There's just no way they would do that.
hey man, we
Zero
gonna.
chance.
You never know what might happen.
I got high hopes for you, baby. We gonna see. We gonna figure it out though. But Gene, give us your closing statements.
Listen, I know I'm not a player, but I'm very disappointed I didn't get Player of the Week.
Bro, I was
for coming
gonna
coming
get.
out with
I
this,
was
man.
I
I'm
forgot to give
disappointed
you.
I didn't get
Honorable
anything
mention.
out.
I forgot to give you the
Honorable
honorary.
mention.
I forgot to give you the honorary. No, he's I'm about to say first ballot honorary player of the week. 100% shoe in for that
That
shirt.
should be
man.
the YouTube thumbnail, just him standing like that. With
Yeah.
I still want to
Yeah.
do it. I still want to do the clip of me doing the volleys with my right foot against Havertz. I want to still do that.
Hey, I'll be in
Yo.
town in a few weeks.
I
let's
might
make it
have
happen.
to.
Yeah,
I'll do
that's
it.
true.
If it's just shots and I don't
the
run,
goals, UCF.
my knee.
Hey, don't dox us, Adrian. But yeah, we'll
Nah,
make it
for
happen.
real.
We'll make it happen.
Shameless, man.
Oh man, but yeah, Phil, give us
That's
your closing
it.
statement as well.
So yeah, I'm in a similar headspace to Chase, man. I feel good. It was a good weekend. I have just great energy. This should be, fingers crossed, knock on wood, another great week too. One Piece live action comes out on Thursday.
That joint actually kind of look crazy.
Hey, look,
kinda
bro, I'm excited, man. Early reviews looking good. So hopefully that's
Live
good.
One
And
Piece
then
is crazy.
and then Sunday, hopefully my day starts off well with us beating Villa at home. No drama this time with 11 men, hopefully. Nunez bagging a brace, and then I just get to sit back and enjoy the greatest London derby of the 21st century, Arsenal
Listen,
United, and it's just
What
mwah.
What would you like to see out of that game? What is your a perfect?
You're asking me
scenario
as a Liverpool,
Liverpool
supporter.
Yeah,
4-0 Arsenal would be the best case scenario for me.
but also you're competing with Arsenal too.
We're competing.
That doesn't
We're competing with Arsenal for second place, bro. I don't care. It's meaningless.
I thought
Yeah,
you said
neither of
love-
us are winning.
I'd love for
Okay.
you guys to see a 0-0. I'm not gonna watch, but a 0-0.
That's
You're
too,
not gonna watch the game.
that's
Hey,
too,
logically,
that's too
it's
much.
all-
That's too
is
much
the
hate
best
for him in one area. He'll just catch the
I'll
clips.
Oh, man's gonna be out
I'll be in
drinking.
Chicago. I'll be wandering the streets of Chicago.
All right.
What about you, Adrian? What's your dream case scenario for that game?
Well, I would like to say that a draw is probably the most logical result for us City fans.
Just as a spectator,
I'm-
man. Just as a
Yeah,
a meme
technically,
lover.
technically, I'm a neutral. Technically, I'm a neutral. But if Arsenal win, then I'm gonna laugh.
Yeah, you're not a
That's
neutral.
it.
United are your main
Mhm.
rivals.
Yeah, and it's just
Like, neither
it's
of us
funny-
are neutrals in this.
It's funny because like I was accused of being an Arsenal hater on this podcast 2 weeks ago, but I can tell you right now that the only team I actually hate in world football is Manchester United.
You
You don't hate,
I hate.
you don't hate Atletico
I
Madrid?
mean, I dislike them. But any other team in world football, I will support depending on City's objectives. If it helps City, I will support any other team in world football. Manchester United is the only team
Wait,
So
under.
Wait,
in
so if we
Liverpool-
had a
the
win,
Liverpool
it's
City
crazy.
title run, you didn't support United against Liverpool?
I mean,
Expose him.
I was gonna
let's just
say,
say,
bro.
let's just say, I know it defies logic, but I was not unhappy when Liverpool was beating Man United.
Crazy. crazy,
man.
man.
The game is the game. The game is the game. That's
It's
crazy.
it's me
we
against
still
the
want the
world, huh?
titles
It's me
anyway.
against the world this weekend. Let's go. I'll take it. I'll take it.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yep.
That's wild.
Hey, at least I'm admitting I'm just a hater for Man United.
that's valid. I respect that.
You know,
It's like
More than-
Gene with Chelsea, bro.
But more than I respect Rashenko,
No reason.
His actual reason is that he loves Arsenal, man. I know he was so upset that they
Hey,
tied.
so we need to
Fulham,
can we
I know he was so
extinguish
upset.
this Arsenal thing once and for all? So I had Havertz as my flop signing of the season. I in the preseason pod spent like 2 minutes ranting to Trey about how Arsenal have this bottling gene inside of them, and that's why I had them finishing third in the league. And then I just come out here and say, what did I even say that made you think I'm an Arsenal lover? Oh, because I said their win at Crystal Palace was impressive, which it was, considering they were down to 10 men for 30 minutes. Now I'm an Arsenal lover, bro. I just say
Said
how
it was
it is, man.
what champions were made of, and then they have this game against Fulham, man. It's just
Yeah,
funny.
and now I put them my most disappointing team of the week. I don't know what you want me to say.
Nah,
This-
but I
this
know
is-
it makes you sad.
It's-
Like it actually disappoints you. You know, you wanted more from them. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I know firsthand that Shenko loves laughing at Arsenal almost as much as I do.
Yes, me and Adrian are constantly
our-
laughing at
we've
Arsenal's
had-
downfalls.
We've had our own like it's gotten to the point where Shenko has messaged me laughing at Arsenal memes individually because he didn't want to offend Trey or any other Arsenal fan.
This is true.
in the group
This is
chats.
true. This is factual.
So I know.
I don't know.
that he
I don't know.
loves laughing
Yeah.
at Arsenal.
Listen.
I'm not gonna lie. I don't know why I sent it individually. I could have just did it. I can take it on the chest. The only time
There's
where
a
I
reason-
couldn't
Nah,
have-
man, I don't
No,
want to be
no, no.
slandered. I
You
know
were
it's
not.
mental health sometimes.
These were
like,
these
after
were
the
times where
reason.
yeah, these
I
were
don't
times where
disagree.
Trey used to send us an essay after an Arsenal game.
Trey,
These were those times.
Trey, you left. You went AWOL for like
Oh,
3
no,
months
no.
after Baku.
Yes,
That-
yes.
that-
After
and that-
Baku,
you-
we were worried about your health, Trey. Like,
And
we
oh,
didn't know.
wait.
You didn't answer any
Yeah.
calls, text, nothing. You were gone.
That
You were
was,
gone. Like,
you were
you were dead,
you
bro.
didn't let me finish my statement. I said anytime after that, I would have been fine. I literally was like, all right, I can find the
Oh,
middle
nice.
ground.
Really
But
conditional.
no.
Well,
I'm
when
I
Adrian
agree
and I
with
take
you,
the
though.
piss, it's not
Baku
months
was
later.
bad.
It's in the immediate aftermath.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
when you're
yeah.
most
No,
hot-headed.
Oh yeah,
That's
no,
when
no.
everyone's taking the piss.
You could not talk to me during that. I went,
of
I
course.
disappeared. I just
Exactly. So now,
now
we're
you can send it.
justified
That's fine. I don't
in
care.
keeping our conversation
Now, whenever
away from you.
whenever the messages get leaked, of
Yeah, I mean,
how I act
I'm
in the
good.
group
I'm
chat,
good now. I'll just I'll
Listen.
chill. I'll let it fly.
This is why whenever the messages get leaked in the group chat of how I act when about United and stuff, is because it's literally me against the whole world, man. Everyone just hates United much more than anything else. So there's a reason. There's a way I act
Oh,
in
we
that
all.
group chat.
It's because
And
like honestly, we all grew up in the Sir Alex Ferguson era. Like United is the most hated
Absolutely.
team in.
Disgusting
I understand
establishment.
and listen, and
Yeah,
I love
sure.
it, and I love it, and I love it.
I would love it too, to be honest.
I love it.
I don't know, man. We'll see what happens. But my closing statement is we need to do a Ted Lasso spirit cleansing of the Emirates real quick before we go into this weekend, just in case anything's still lingering around. Like, you know what I'm saying? My guess has always been for years we're probably under some ancient burial ground that's might be messing with some of the results and stuff. So we might need to just do a quick little, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. And we need to figure something out real quick, just in case stuff be going down, just to make sure there's no doubt. But it's gonna be a fun weekend. It's gonna be a very interesting weekend. I can't wait to experience it. I can't wait to get into it. I can't wait to just have another exciting round, and you will either see me or not see me the Monday after. I don't know. We'll figure out what happens. But I definitely want to say, make sure you guys rate this podcast. Rate it 5 stars on all your available audio podcast platforms. That Apple Podcasts, Spotify for Podcasts, the Stitcher Radios, Google Podcasts, the iHeart Radios, Pocket Cast, everything out there under the sun. We're available. Just type in Yanks Talk Ball. We'll be right there for you. Make sure you check that out. And on all socials, including TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, or known as X. Yanks Talk Ball will be right there posting clips, shorts, tweets, interacting with folks. Make sure you check us out there, and the YouTube channel as well. Yanks Talk Ball on YouTube. We're damn near everywhere. So with that being said, that's all we got, and we about to bounce out. So for episode 5 of Yanks Talk Ball, that has been our time. But we'll talk to y'all later. Peace.